Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey everybody, happy FriJAY. Welcome back to J is for Justice. My name is Jay. I am your host. Welcome to my channel. We started the wrong live today, so we're getting ourselves together here. This is the right live. Yes, welcome in, guys. I started the wrong stream, that's all. You're in the right one now. Stay here. I'm going to delete the other one. You want one day? Do you guys want one Jennifer or two Jennifers?
You guys want one Jennifer or two Jennifers?
What a hot mess. What a hot mess. It's surprising that anybody puts up with me. Let me get rid of that one. I got a little excited to talk to you guys today. So I'm excited. We're going to spin the wheel. We have mugs and a new tank top to give away today. We are going to spin that wheel of FriJAY. But before we do, we're going to watch this TikTok video because this girl saw something different than I did. So welcome back. Welcome back to the right stream. Welcome back in. Welcome back in. I did a little whoopsie today.
Everybody does that. It's okay.
Everybody does that. It's okay. No worries. Reconvene. So let me just say again, welcome Jess to the mod crew. Jess, you are a valuable asset to my channel and to our community. And I'm very honored to ask you to be a moderator for me. So thank you. Thank you. And thank you to all the other moderators that are here. No, you're not lost. You're not lost. Welcome back. Let me get your chat repinned. Oh, what a day. What a day. I just get overly excited. I love FriJAYs. I love you guys. And I just hit that live button without choosing the stream is what I did. Carrie, welcome to Lawful Listener. Thank you guys. Let's get this going. And then we're going to watch this girl. She sees something different, and we're going to listen to her explain what she's seeing in the flashlight video. Cuz while we were looking at the ruckus, she was looking at something else. Okay, so we should be straight now. We're good. Let's get back to this TikTok thing. Okay, so let's watch Steph's case files. And it says, new leaked, and this is old. This is from March, but new leaked home security footage shows truck near vicinity of Sebastian Rogers' home the night he disappeared. Watch what the video shows. Let's see what she thinks. We're going to be talking a little bit theories today. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my theory and what I think, could be like going on here. Just trying to put the pieces together. Welcome, T-Dubs.
Just come online in the case of missing 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers. Just as a recap, Sebastian has been missing now for over 2 weeks from Hendersonville, Tennessee. He is 15 and autistic. Now, we did see the video.
Hang on, let me fast forward a little bit.
At least a video from just down the street. It is of a truck that was there at 3 to 3:30 in the morning. Into the driveway, I believe, or on the street near the home. And you can see the lights opening inside the truck when the door opens. Otherwise, they're sitting close to the driveway or on the street. with their lights off and engine running. It is a truck. So while the police say nothing that they have received has been significant, I would say that this is pretty significant if you combine it with the other video of the two mysterious lights, subject 1 and subject 2 video that I know you guys have seen going around. So I'm going to play this for you. I'm going to let you be the judge and you tell me what you see, and I'll try to explain it in the video as we go along until we have more information. This is what we're putting out there, okay? So let me know what you think and stay here. Make sure you bookmark this so you can find your way back.
She's got the Unsolved Mysteries theme. I can't play that. I'll get struck. So we're looking at this truck here. I don't know what I'm supposed to be seeing, to be honest. She didn't explain it.
We know what you think, and
do you guys see a truck door open? I don't see it. Oh, I know the Unsolved Mysteries music. That's awesome. I don't know how that could be really a truck, because that would be a yard, right? She's pointing. Let's see. Where is she pointing? Truck opens door. Inside lights turn on. Oh, I see what she's talking about. But that doesn't look like the inside of a truck to me. That looks more like headlights. Doesn't it? Doesn't that kind of look like spotlights or something? You see an alien paladin? Paladin, how many names do you have with your AI picks? A lot. The people moving toward the passenger side, but that would mean they'd have to be in that driveway. Enlarge the photos. I don't know how you want me to enlarge it. I mean, I can go like this. Okay, here. I'll play it again. I just don't know how that could be a truck. See where she's got the yellow arrow pointing? Why would there be a truck anywhere in this common area? All right, let's watch again. I do see the lights, but I don't know if it's that truck in the driveway. It looks like a glare of some sort, but that truck, like, I'm going to have to get my pointer out, but if you look at that truck, you can see the door above that truck. That wouldn't be anything to do with that truck, because I can see the bed of that truck. Let me show you what I mean. I think we need to debunk that there's anything going on with that neighbor's truck, because that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if we go like this, okay, this is the area, this is what she's focused on right here. Okay. I don't see a truck anywhere near there except for here. And this is the bed of the truck, right? I mean, if I'm looking at this right, this would be a wheel. This would be like the cab and the door. So this would have nothing to do with that. Because if you go forward a little bit, see, that's a truck. That's a whole truck right there. Like, this is a whole truck. This isn't going to be part of it if the lights come on. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. Watch. That would be beyond the truck across the road, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the neighbor's driveway. There's a bunch of trucks there. They have a boat that's connected to a truck. And then they have a bunch of cars in the driveway, like trucks in the driveway. And the camera is focused from the neighbor's garage, like she showed here. You can see the cars here before she zooms in. Watch. So the camera's on this house with the red dot, and it's facing towards the Proudfoots house a little bit, not quite the angle she's got it. The angle she's got it is where it goes out of frame. So you remember when subject 1 and subject 2 went out of frame? That's the edge. In my opinion, their camera angle kind of goes like this. Like that. Like they can see mainly like over here. But I think when subject 1 and subject 2 go out of frame, they're going out of frame around here somewhere or here somewhere. Like in the distance. You guys can go ahead and block that person, Paladin. They're a troll. They come in every day with a new AI pick. So bye-bye, Paladin. Go have fun making another name. Not playing your games today. Not today, not today. It's FriJAY, and we don't have time for Paladin. Whatever the hell a Paladin is, anyways. But anyways, that's what I think about the camera angle. Mike Sander. Hey, Mike, could that be a reflection from the light on the garage in front of all the vehicles? Well, it couldn't, because this angle, you're not going to see the garage. If this is truly where this comes from, and that's what we've seen. So watch. You'll see their driveway right here. And I'm going to point out all the vehicles to you. This has nothing to do with the Proudfoots right now. This is all the vehicles in their driveway. Okay? And then behind here is a boat. They have a boat hooked to this truck. And then their garbage cans are right here. This is in the corner of their house, looking down on their driveway so they can see all their vehicles. Exactly, true crime. I don't fuck with you. Okay, so that you see is just the view of the neighbor's driveway. Now, what she's going to do is she's zooming in here. Because this is like where the dots we're seeing. She's zooming in. So there's no way it's coming from their driveway that close. But watch, they think they're carrying a mattress. I don't see it. I'm trying to see it and I don't. I just don't see how this truck can be associated with this glare. I literally think that's like a flashlight glare or something. Could it be a glare from the flashlight? Possibly. Thank you, Ms. Angelic, for becoming a lawful listener. And Misty, positive thinker. Helen, thank you for being a member for 3 months. And thank you so much, Shell. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. Thank you so much. I hope you guys all have a great Mother's Day weekend. Whoops. I think it's a reflection as well. But a reflection of what? Kim says there's something behind the truck. I just think their house is really far away from here. Like, to me, the Proudfoots house in this video, I'll show you real quick before we move forward in this. This right here, oops. This to me is where the Proudfoots house would be. It's so far away from their... Bunny, I'm glad you made it. The middle at the very bottom. Here? Maybe someone turned their headlights on? I don't know. I think they have a lot of camera footage, to be honest. I think they're keeping that close to the vest. Because there is like a gazebo here too, guys. Like if you were to walk through here to the Proudfoots, you could actually walk through that common area. And there's like a gazebo right here. So could it be something like reflecting off the gazebo or something like that? Where's the light coming from on the map? Good question. See, she's pointing right to that little thing right there. See how it just appears? See her arrow? It's on, it's off. It's on, it's off. It's on, it's off. And when that comes on, wait, check this out. When that comes on, this light, this also appears, that little dot. Watch right here. And then up here looks like 2 headlights, doesn't it? So keep your eyes on this part right there that I just circled. Keep your eye on this. And watch how it appears and then goes away. Darren, you can laugh all the fuck you want. It's really not funny because this night in these lights, something happened to a 15-year-old autistic boy. So it's really not funny. So anybody that was outside of his house that night, if there was any kind of lights or reflections when Katie says she was sleeping, it definitely is important. Thank you, Danielle, for gifting Pearly a membership. So watch, there it is. It's gone. So what could that possibly be? Because look, also when that happens, right here, you see a reflection light up as well. Watch again. See, there's nothing. Something made that other vehicle kind of get a reflection on its taillight too. So what the hell is that? Yeah, I don't know. Mary, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Whoop, whoop. Look at all the new members we've got. Welcome in, guys. We are over 500 members, guys. Woo! You guys are awesome. Yeah, join the club. I'm lost too. What would it reflect off of? Well, I don't know. Is that a SUV or a pickup truck? I don't know. Is that the roof of a... Oh, shit. That could be like the roof of a car. And then the Proudfoots shit is making it light up. Right? Could that be the roof of a car lighting up from lights in the distance? Yeah, let me pull up a map real fast. We'll go that route. Google Maps. So you can see right here, which we did this already, but we'll do it again. I told him to go to bed, and he did. So this is the house the camera comes from. Let me get rid of the... So like I said, this is where the camera comes from right here. Okay. And it's pointing this direction across their driveway. So whatever's in their driveway is what you're going to see. Hey, Teresa, whatever is in their driveway is what you're going to see. And then like the Proudfoots off into the background. Okay. If that makes sense. No, it's not the top of the boat. I'll show you why it's not the top of the boat. No, I'm telling you, I dissected this. Watch. We're going to go stand right in front of their house. So here's the driveway right here. And there's the camera right up here. There's cars parked in this driveway. Like this driveway is full of cars. There's like several trucks. Oh, yeah. But what would be reflecting from that high up, Karchi? I do see that. But if you look across to the Proudfoots, this is what you're going to see. Now, the trees are all full right now. But there's a gazebo right here. And then beyond those trees right there is the Proudfoots house. So if those trees didn't have many leaves on them, yeah, I guess it would because the camera's so high. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Karchi just solved it. It is the reflection off the top of the thing on the boat, I think. I said it once and I'll say it again. So, like I said, those trees, you'd be able to see through there. This is in July of 2023, and the leaves are very, very full. But in February, it wouldn't be. Really, Sarah? You think it was fudged in there? Well, I think Karchi's right. I think it definitely, from the height of this camera right here. Well, it's really not that high. I thought it was higher than that. No, the camera's lower than that, Karchi. It can't be that. The camera you wouldn't even see the top of the boat, I don't think. Jackie says, my truck has a little light on the roof that lights up on the back of the cab outside when that lights up when you back up. Could that be it? Yeah, it kind of does. I don't know. I mean, interesting, but I think their main focus was like this away. So when we hear things going out of frame, I think their camera footage probably ends like right here because subject 1 and subject 2 went out of frame. Right? So I don't know. Just interesting. And thank you for the email. You know who you are. Send me things, whatever you find. I don't know what that is. Unless somebody stopped in the road right here for something. I mean, wouldn't something have had to trigger their cameras to go off in the first place? Something had to have triggered the camera, right? No, I don't think that's how they were placed that night. If you look here. Check this out. You see their garbage cans? Now I'll show you their garbage cans. It's on the other side of this truck. Oh, you can't see them, but right next to that garage service door is where they're that'll give you a. Is that another camera they have? Wait, is that another camera on the wall? What is that thing? Yeah, we need an installation tech. Debbie. Yeah, are they motion activated? I guess we don't know. It does point to the common area, Bridget. But I think that's another camera. Thank you for your support, titties. So that one, there's one there, and then there's one here. Thank you, Direct Current. Yeah, it's the right house. We've already determined that. This is where that footage came from, is this house. I think. Now I'm confused. Shit. I know you did, Addie. I had to figure it out on my own. It's fine. That's how we get through things. Thank you for telling me, Addie. I appreciate you. Annie, no, you did not miss the wheel. Thank you, Annie. Happy FriJAY. Happy FriJAY Direct Current. Happy FriJAY Tit for Tat. Mary gifted 10 memberships. Danielle gifted 1. You guys are awesome. I was thinking the one across the street looks similar. I'm more interested in what might be flashlights, but it was also said it could be a reflection from taking video of video. I don't think it's a reflection taking the video of the video. I definitely think it's in the footage. But what's it from is the question. That's what doesn't make sense. So we're definitely not going to solve that today. So, but I did want to show you that. I don't want to, go over it too much. But I have something else that someone brought to my attention that I wanted to go over real quick. And it's part of Proudfoots' outburst on Web Sleuths. Karchi, the video the Google Maps has the truck perpendicular and the video has it parallel. You just lost me. Karchi, if you want to dissect that, we can do that in Discord. I know there's footage for 1018. Stated it would show their garage. I saw the camera 1018 and 1019. If the floodlights... Maybe I was right, Perry. Maybe I was right in the very beginning that it came down from the road, the other road. It's okay, Angie. We're here. We're here. Okay, so let's take a listen to this clip. Oh, I wanted to give you guys an update, too. I did log into the New Mexico courts before we went live. The only thing that has been added since yesterday's hearing with Proudfoot is there's like 3 audio exhibits that were entered. Hey, Tex.
Coming in hot, just like the fajita.
They have 2 doors coming out of their garage, Addie, is what I believe. They have a door coming out on one side of the house from the garage, like a service door. Then they have a service door coming out into the driveway from the garage. Then they have the 2 garage doors. And then, yeah, so there's 2 garage doors and 2 service doors on the garage to go outside. So a total of 4 doors on the garage if you count the garage doors. Perry, I'm going to look into that because that's what we originally were looking at. Oh, speaking of Terri Lynn, I actually... Come here, Summer. I actually have something to a video of that before we get into this web sleuth. Hold on. She actually did a video for me and drove by that house. All right, hold on. Props to Terri Lynn, y'all. Is this going to be in my history? Let's see. Yeah, here it is.
Okay, right here is going to be the corner of Stafford. So you're going to see it. That's the corner. There's the truck, the car.
Okay, there it is right there. She just did this for me the other day. I totally forgot.
The corner. There's the truck, the car. Okay.
Okay, so that's the house. Y'all see it? Welcome in, Cat Miller. Welcome in, everybody that's just joining. Yeah, it's clear on here too, Darren. FYI. What's up, Britt? Okay, so check this out, y'all. This is the house that the camera came from.
I'm about to show you the gazebo. The gazebo
See, if you're looking across, there's the gazebo.
is over here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take you, this is the road. Now, to get to Katie's and theirs, we're going to have to go all the way over here. Okay. Take you back over.
See the lights? See the 2 garage lights and see that light on the house? What the fuck? Y'all. See those 2 lights? Oh, Darren, I am not. Chill out, Darren. Hi, Damien. You're so touchy. Do you guys see the lights above the garage? Are you, Erica, are you seeing it? See how that could be the lights of the ruckus?
Courtyard is in the back. Or I should say the walkway. This is not even dark time. Or not dark time. I know it's not dark time. I shouldn't say dark time.
We're going to
But
finish
it's
watching
not
this, then
dark.
we'll compare it to my video about the ruckus.
So we're going to do this way, right? Because there's a corridor, they call it, whatever, common way.
And you know what? The only one that debunked that coming from 1001 and only 1001 was Gray Hughes and Chris Proudfoot. I think it looks like the ruckus lights too. Well, I originally thought it came from a house down the road from them the opposite way. And Gray Hughes and Chris Proudfoot were like, no, that's 1001. And there probably is footage from 1001, but that looks like the damn ruckus.
That is going to be, let's scroll in.
Yes, Addie, you're right.
Scrolling in.
Wow. So this is coming from where I thought the original camera was. Watch.
Because there's a corridor, they call it, whatever, common way.
Oh, I wish you would have showed the house.
Now, that is going to be, let's scroll in.
There's her van. Unbelievable. She's got her van parked there. Now, there's a rumor going around. There's a rumor going around that Katie Proudfoot and Chris Proudfoot have changed the plate possibly on the Brinks van. But I'm not sure.
That's going to be scrolling in.
Look at those 2 lights, guys. And remember, we saw the one over to the right? I'm going to screenshot this. Hold on. Tato, do you see it?
Okay.
That's their front door.
Now from there.
Oh, I see her other solar lights. Like when she says solar lights in the garden, they're like up. They're up lights. They're like up spotlights.
Okay.
See them? That's the little dancing lights, I think.
Now from there. Now let me show you that. Okay. To that one home. That's at 1001.
Because see how those lights, look how they look in the distance for these other ones. I'm going to ask Terri Lynn to go down by there if those lights are still on at night in the pitch black and see what they look like. There's the back of 1001. See, there's the driveway that we see in that one shot. I did catch that, Perry, that dispatch said 1018 was reviewing camera footage. When they were checking rings on the dispatch audio. I saw it. You spy with your eyes something with a beginning with a B? What's that?
Now I'm going to show you what it would have to be. Hold on. Behind you.
I'm not going to lie, Potato. When I got the email for the TikTok video, they said, if you can't see it, maybe Potato can see it. But, okay, let me make this bigger here so you can see in the distance. Hey, headphones.
Street directly from that house. It's going to be where that gazebo is. Now, that common area is in between the homes.
That's the common area you're seeing behind those homes there.
I'm going to stop right here and scroll in. There's homes. Back the common area back there. So hold on. I'll do it like that.
Hey, we're lucky that she did this for us at all. Let's not critique her camera skills while she's driving. Let's be nice. The thing on the boat is gone. It has a white cover now.
Just as long as you don't lose my voice on there, Jai.
We love Terri Lynn's voice. Come on.
They have the common area in the back. That's what they call them when they have fences. That's me. Pay attention to chronology and where she talks about them being cousins, which hangs up on it.
Jess, you look so good in blue. She's showing us the common area right now.
See, they all have common little area marks. So they got their fence the same.
Yeah, see, they can only fence their yards so far because there's a common area, which we called up in Michigan. We called it an easement. And the easement is owned by like the city, you know, and that's where, you know, that's where the, you know, city utilities run and stuff like that. No, there wouldn't have been many leaves in the winter. That's the thing. Dana, yeah, I mean, I've never seen you in here before, so don't come in and try to moderate my moderators. That's not cool. If you look at the camera angle of the trucks in the driveway, it's from a different camera on that house. Oh, Brandy. Oh, that's so cool. Brandy saw the show on Mean Girls Murders. That's right. That's right, Karchi.
That would be a common area walkway. Okay.
It's not pitch black either. Well,
Download the sensitivity system.
dropped what?
Okay, right here is going to be the corner of
Karchi, don't even worry about it.
Stafford. So you're going to see it. That's the corner. There's the trucks.
It's Spin the Wheel FriJAY.
Okay, I'm about to show you the gazebo. The gazebo is over here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take you, this is the road. Now, to get to Katie's and theirs, we're going to have to go all the way over here.
Hey, Michigan.
So you back over right there is theirs. And there's their sign of Sebastian. Okay.
So they have a lot of those uplights in the front of the house. If you watch, let's slow this down here. I'm going to mute it. And then I'm going to slow it down so we can watch. Their house is lit up like the Las Vegas Strip. Look. They're saying Sebastian went out that front door and poof, disappeared. No, Lisa, I know where to find you. All these houses have the uplights. You know, all those big brick homes have the recessed lights coming down from the, you know, the... Oh, sweet, Perry. Thank you. But it definitely is not dark in that neighborhood. Let's take another look from this direction. This is coming from the opposite direction now. My little solar lights. Ain't nothing little about those uplights. Those are pretty bright uplights. Craziness. Love you, Steph. Everybody say hi to Steph. Steph is the dog handler that Chris Proudfoot effed over, that we just love and adore here. She's our girl. All right, we're coming up on the 1001 house again. Is that a different boat, maybe, Karchi? That boat looks smaller than the one from the Google Earth. They said that their neighborhood was pitch black, too. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Brittany. But all these houses seem to have all of these lights. These ambiance lights, or whatever you call, you know. Cali Bloodhounds rock. Absolutely, Ellen. So there's the common area again. See, there's all kinds of little lights in there. Let's go to the video now of the ruckus, because now I'm interested in that. Let's see. Where is it? Is this it? Here it is. Okay, let's watch this for a sec. Clear your heads.
Oh, God.
Of everything you heard about the flashlights. Clear it. Just forget it. Just forget everything. All right, you guys, I'm going to make it crystal clear for you, okay? I'm going to play this video. I'm going to go full screen with it. And this is how we're going to do things. So I'm going to play it in its entirety. And I'm going to explain to you what you're looking at before I play it, okay? And then we're going to play it again and talk about it. But I want you guys to watch and pay attention, not to the little lights that, you know, we were looking at before, but to that small section of lights up at the very top. This is a short looped video. So you're going to see it. You're going to see it from far away. Then it's going to be zoomed in. And then it's going to be zoomed in again. And you're watching the same clip over and over. I'm going to point to where I want you guys to look, okay? That little thing right there. And what I want you to look at is not the white part. The white part is a glare, in my opinion. So some people think it's the screen porch. I'm going off the theory that it could be the garage and the two lights on the side above both overhead garage doors. The side where Katie's van is parked. The side, high headphones. The side where the garbage cans are. And what I want you to look at, I see Nosy as we Nate. Watch this, it zooms in and zooms in and zooms in again. Look at the silhouettes. Yes, with new eyeballs. Look at the silhouettes in front of the white lights. It's about to get bigger, so keep watching. Remember, this is a loop. Yeah, this is what I call a ruckus. Keep your eye on the ruckus. There's a ruckus going on in front of these lights. It's about to get bigger, folks. Yeah, focus on the dark, not the light. Just look at the silhouettes of the people, or what looks like people moving about. It looks like there's a ruckus going on. Yeah, look at the black, the silhouettes. Don't look at the light. Like that green, that's where the light is its brightest. That's where the light... Okay, I'm going to pause it here for a second. What I see here, the green is a super bright light. Okay, that's just how the imagery picked up. It's just a bright light. The white around it is the glare of the bright lights. You see another green up here. That would be another light where it's really bright. Okay, it's weird that they come up green, but they do. I see 3 images, 3 people. And I actually see on the left-hand side, I see what looks like someone with a bun or a ponytail or something. Then in the middle, I see what looks to be someone crouching down and then their arm reaching out, grabbing a third person who looks to be wearing a black shirt. Yeah, it looks like a woman on the left to me, like ponytail or... Yeah, the question is, who is it? It does look like someone's arm is going up and down like in in a hitting motion. Someone just said, could that be the front door? I think it's... Well, let me look at it small. I don't think the angle of this camera... I saw it too, Stacy. I don't think this camera would be facing the front of the house from this angle. I mean, we're being told this is coming from from the 1001. I thought it looked like it could be the garage lights. So if you look at that little thing, I know I see that too. I see everything you guys see. I just don't know how to make sense of it. Because, like, here's the garage from that screenshot. Right here. Let me put that there. And then let's move this video over. Like that. Here, let me clean this up a little bit. This stresses me out when I get my windows all nasty. Let's go like this. We're going to spin the wheel in about 8 minutes, guys. 8 minutes, we're going to be spinning the wheel of FriJAY. All right, so let's put this like that. And then this up here. And let's see if this helps us, okay? I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will. But let's try this way. I'm going off the theory that it could be the garage. And the 2 lights. Okay, so let's fast forward. Look at the silhouettes of the people, or what looks like people moving about. It looks like there's a ruckus going on. Yeah, look at the black, the silhouettes. Don't look at the light. Like that green, that's where the light is its brightest. That's where the light... Okay, I'm going to pause it here for a second. What I see here, the green is a super bright light. Okay. The green looks like the light going up the side of the house to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just... I don't know, man. I've always thought it looked like the damn garage, but... Okay, that's just how the imagery picked up. It's just a bright light. The white around it is the glare of the bright lights. You see another green up here. That would be another light where it's really bright. Okay, it's weird that they come up green, but they do. I see 3 images, 3 people. And I actually see on the left-hand side, I see what looks like someone with a bun or a ponytail or something. Then in the middle, I see what looks to be someone crouching down and then their arm reaching out, grabbing a third person who looks to be wearing a black shirt. Right, like one of the garage doors is open. That's why it's so bright. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, Core, I think that's the uplight. And then now we find out there's a dent in the garage door. True crimes, let me know. Hit me up on email and let me know your true crimes 18 up, because I won't know. Please, when you email me, tell me your YouTube name, everybody. Yeah, it looks like a woman on the left to me, like ponytail or... Yeah, the question is, who is it? It does look like someone's arm is going up and down like in a hitting motion, doesn't it? This is 3... And I want to show you where I think this is coming from. Okay, so let's keep watching. This is just my theory, of course. Okay, this is where if we go up Stafford Court, this is the Proudfoots Road. So like I said, we were told there was 1001. That was the only footage that we had, but this looks like these lights so much that I can't ignore it. So this is what originally Potato actually had figured out. So we're going to show where we originally thought this scene right here was coming from. I think maybe they're bluffing and saying that this is from 1001. I don't know. I don't know, man. Something's been meshed together because it definitely looks like the garage. Okay, here's the Proudfoot house right there, right? If we go down here, and remember all the trucks in the driveway? Okay, now I remember. All right, now we're going to go doot, 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 doot. That's my zoom in noise. Doot, 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 doot. There it is. There's the white camera. Let me circle that. And this is thanks to Potato's good eye. Okay, so your camera is going to be... And I can't zoom in any more than that. But do you see the little white camera right there? So if you take that camera, you would see all of those vehicles, right? And it's very far away when we watch it the first time, right? And there's no leaves on the trees, right? Could we be looking from the top of their driveway? Because here we're standing in the road. If we were to go all the way back there, we would be looking across here, across this way. Do you get what I'm saying? But I can't get into their driveway. I can't. This is that's as far as I can get. But if we were up their driveway, you'd be able to see flung and slung right across the yard from their camera across the yard. It would be a clear, open view of their garage. The only people that know where that video is from are the TBI, probably. But watch again. See, I didn't have them lined
like I said,
up.
I know
there,
they're not
but
lined
look.
up perfectly.
They're not lined up perfectly, but look. Let's do this. Watch this. Okay, hold on. Let me try to... Can I make this opaque? Hold on. Okay, so here is our garage lights. Oh, shit. Hold on. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd the fucking thing go? Hold on. I'm about to line this shit up. It would be a clear, open view of their garage. The only people that know where that video is from are the TBI, probably. But watch again. Okay. Now let's move. For fuck's sake, man. I can't even believe this. I mean, I'm trying to get it the best I can here, like lined up wise. I don't have the exact angle that it would be from that camera, but watch. I know Kaylee, she's been in here. Oh my God, look. It's almost like lining up exactly. I just can't get it on that right angle, damn it. But I think y'all are right. I think that, look at how that uplight fits perfectly. And this isn't even the right angle. Watch. If I had the right angle from that house, it would be different. But see how that, oh my God, look. Fight me. That's the fucking garage. Oh my God. Do you guys think that's a garage? Look at that uplight. It fits perfect. Oh my God. Oh, I feel sick. That uplight fits perfect. if the pic of the house was smaller. Oh, like this? Okay, I'm picking up what you're laying down. I mean, I obviously can't. I'm not on the same angle though, y'all. That's the thing. Like this light would be there. But this uplight, fuck. Wow. Wow. Mm. This is in the background of the video that Nick Barris leaked. I'll tell you right now, thank you, Terri Lynn, for sending me this video. I totally forgot she even sent it to me. Let me try to make this smaller. Like that, you mean? Okay, let's do that. Let's go like this. And we'll make these the same size. How about that? That's what I was missing out. Let's make these the same size. Oh, wow. Right there. I told y'all. It's got to be. Potato, are you here? Potato, where are you? Potato, I need you. What you're seeing is shadows. Okay, so let's watch this now, okay? Yeah, look at the black, the silhouettes. Don't look at the light. Like that green, that's where the light is its brightest. That's where the light... Okay, I'm going to pause it here for a second. What I see here, the green is a super bright light. Okay, that's just how the imagery picked up. It's just a bright light. What in the hell are they doing here? I mean, if y'all are worried about the size, I mean, I can shrink it down if you'd like. Okay. I don't know. I can't line it up exactly because I don't have the exact fucking angle. My house picture angle is from right in front of their house. I don't have the angle from this camera that I think it is. Let's get rid of those arrows. But that uplight, I mean, you can't really dispute the uplight. Sam, it was not zoomed in when it was released. And they pointed out the two little lights that didn't mean shit. But guess what? If you're in this video, if you are in this video, you're one of these shadows, and you see that video in the very background, you're going to know you're in this video. The only people that are going to know they're in this video are the ones in it. I can't stress that enough. Things are put out by LE to let people know that they know. Things are put out to get reactions. Thank you, Sharon Gibson. Floodlights would make the bodies look larger like that too. Yep. Coming in hot. Thank you. Amazing job. Thanks. I mean, it's pretty clear to me. So is this a trash truck? Are we thinking this is a trash truck? And I'm telling you, Chris Proudfoot, we know you were home that weekend. We know you were home. All right, let me get rid of my background and I'm going to screenshot this. Hold on. Let's get rid of that and just make it black. Oh, no, I think they knew exactly what was in it, and I think they wanted whoever's in this video to know that they see them in the video. You catch my drift? Because it was majorly zoomed in by Kaylee from, I can't remember her channel now, True Crime. I know the mods remember it. This is why they didn't want to tell Seth anything. I don't know. The white around it is the glare of the bright lights. You see another green up here. That would be another light where it's really bright. Okay, it's weird that they come up green, but they do. I see 3 images, 3 people. And I actually see on the left-hand side, I see what looks like someone with a bun. Hi, Chris. Or a ponytail or something. Then in the middle, I see, hi, Elser, I mean, Chris. What looks to be someone crouching down and then their arm reaching out, grabbing a third person who looks to be wearing a black shirt. Can mods slow down the chat, please? I can't do that in my OBS. I don't know how to put it on a slant. See, now it's all fucked up. I can't do it on OBS like that. I wish I could, guys. And it's so zoomed in, you know, like, let me explain again, okay? See this back here? That's the small one, and then we're going forward, okay? This is the best I can do to line the shit up. It's not going to be perfect. I can't get it on a 37.5 degree angle. And Core just explained it. Lights. You see another green up here. That would be another light where it's really bright. Okay, it's weird that they come up green, but they do. I see 3 images, 3 people. And I actually see on the left-hand side, I see what looks like someone with a bun or a ponytail or something. Then in the middle, I see what looks to be someone crouching down and then their arm reaching out, grabbing a third person who looks to be wearing a black shirt. Yeah, it looks like a woman on the left to me, like ponytail or... Yeah, the question is, who is it? It does look like someone's arm is going up and down like in a hitting motion, doesn't it? And I want to show you where I think this is coming from. Okay. This is just my theory, of course. Wow, guys. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? It's the best I can do in this program. I mean, yeah, Lorraine, share it. Absolutely. I don't mind if you share my shiz. Just give me credit for it. That's all I ask for. Just tag me, and I don't care if you use this. We want to find this boy. This is crazy. I mean, I don't think, I don't know. You're right. Don't let Chris mess you up. That's what Chris is trying to do, is mess everyone up, isn't he? I'll play just the video after this. Just look at the silhouettes of the people, or what looks like people moving about. It looks like there's a ruckus going on. Yeah, look at the black, the silhouettes. Don't look at the light. Like, they probably green, have to enhance this. That's where the light is its brightest. That's where the light... Okay, I'm going to pause it here for a second. What I see here, the green is a super bright light. Okay, that's just how the imagery picked up. It's just a bright light. The white around it is the glare of the bright lights. You see another green up here. That would be another light where it's really bright. Okay, it's weird that they come up green, but they do. I see 3 images, 3 people. And I actually see on the left-hand side, I see what looks like someone with a bun or a ponytail or something. Then in the middle, I see what looks to be someone crouching down, and then their arm reaching out, grabbing a third person who looks to be wearing a black shirt. Yeah, it looks like a woman on the left to me, like ponytail or... Yeah, the question is, who is it? It does look like someone's arm is going up and down like in a hitting motion, doesn't it? And I want to show you where I think this is coming from. This is just my theory, of course. Okay, so if we go up Stafford Court, this is the Proudfoots Road. Okay, here's the Proudfoot house right there, right? If we go down here, And remember all the trucks in the driveway? Okay, now I remember. All right, now we're going to go doot, 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 doot. That's my zoom in noise. Doot, 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 doot. There it is. There's the white camera. Let me circle that. And this is thanks to Potato's good eye. Okay, so your camera is going to be... And I can't zoom in any more than that. But do you see the little white camera right there? So if you take that camera, you would see all of those vehicles, right? And it's very far away when we watch it the first time, right? And there's no leaves on the trees, right? Could we be looking from the top of their driveway? Because here we're standing in the road. If we were to go all the way back there, we would be looking across here, across this way. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you listen, but I can't get into their driveway. That's 18. If you listen to the dispatch audio, they say that 1018 was going to was checking their Ring doorbell. They were at 1018. And they could have meshed these two surveillance footages and put them out. I can't. There's tactics, guys. I mean, if you think the cops are going to put out like a straight video and be like, hey, here it is. Look do you guys see a ruckus? Like, they're not going to do that. So you have to dissect what they're putting out, because cops only put out things for perps. They don't put things out for us. They don't leak shit for us. They leak it because if you're in the background of that video in the ruckus, you know you're in the background of that video in the ruckus, and you're going to go, oh, fuck. They might see me in the background in the ruckus. No, it's not trees. They might see me in the background in the ruckus. But you know what? If I'm not in it, I wouldn't know. If I'm not in it, I wouldn't know. I'd look at that and go, what the fuck is this? And then they're pointing out subject 1 and subject 2. They're like, look over here. Don't look back there. But if you're in that video, you're going to look back there. Thank you, Kathleen, for your generous PayPal donation. Thank you so much. Very, very appreciated.
Coming in hot, just like the fajita.
You're assuming the neighbors would have heard something. You don't know that. 10:18 and a thud at 10ish. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Erica. This is the only Ladybug. No, the only thing on repeat is your comments, honey. As far as I can get. I think the homeowners gave it to Nick. But if we were up their driveway, you'd be able to see right across the yard. Yeah, we're going to spin the wheel in a minute. From their camera across the yard. It would be a clear, open view of their garage. The only people that know where that video is from are the TBI, probably. But watch again. And like I said, I know they're not lined up perfectly. This was just my first look at this. This was back on... Look how far away that is. 10 days ago. There ain't nothing to see right above that truck in the plain view. What you're wanting to see is what's at the very top of this video. Because, like, if the only reason you're going to notice them is if you're in it. Get direct line from that cam. Yeah. If you're in this, I mean, that's pretty far away. When it's zoomed in, it's zoomed in a lot. This is why Chris Proudfoot doesn't want the dogs on his So this is property. What it looks like from that cam. That's how small it is. That's why I was saying what we're looking at zoomed in is actually up here. And I would say that's pretty far away from wherever it's being filmed from, don't you think? Okay, so now, I mean,
True
if
crime
this,
deep dive. Thank you,
if this is
Bluebell.
what I've theorized it is, then let's take another look at the video. Katie wanted us to think it's so dark there. There couldn't possibly. If I was a guessing gal, I would say the FBI might be enhancing this video. That might be what they're spending their time doing. Instead of trying to appease the public, they're probably trying to enhance this shit. I know it's confusing. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make it big so y'all can see it. Thank you, Nunya Business. Business Administration. Yeah, those are trees. Whoever that is, that must be Proudfoots and Bower Socks. So right here is where I was really disturbed. Okay.
It's Jay
So,
playing Jay.
This is what I see. I see subject 1. I'm sorry. I confused everybody today. I see subject 2. I'm here too. Right here. I see an arm.
You can't really reverse them. I
Right
tried. Here, I'll show you.
And then I see. I'll try. And then we'll spin that wheel. Let me just tweak this one last time. Then we will spin the wheel. I don't know, man. I think we're seeing something bad. Yeah, the FBI's been involved since day one. I mean, the Secret Service is involved. I know, I played myself. I should strike myself. Color correction. Let's see. I don't really know if I can reverse it. Let me flip it down and reverse it. I can do that. Oh, there's reversed. I don't know if that's any better, though. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Hell, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Is that what you wanted? Now it's all colorful. I don't want that. I don't know. Let's see what that did, if anything. Then let's take another look at. I think it's worse. But let's watch it anyways. Maybe not. Now you're looking at the white versus the black. I'm sorry I confused you guys. Sarah. So right here is where I was really disturbed. Okay. So this is what I see. I see subject
that's the other
1
Jay.
right here. That's Jennifer too.
Is what
I
one
see
Jennifer
subject
or
2.
Jennifer?
Hi, Sherry. Right here. I see an arm right here. And then I see a subject 3 right here. Oh, they have to say that
And
he
this
took
is
the trash
just
out.
my
The dogs
opinion.
might have picked up the scent. Maybe I'm making something out of nothing. But that's what I see. I'm going to play it a little bit slower this time. I know it moves and jerks around a lot, but this is the best we've got, guys. All right, here you go. Pay attention to the black figures. Well, you're looking at the white ones right now. I can't make out much in the white. Oh, I know, 2 Jennifers talking at the same time. Yeah, chat's fine. It's kind of too slow now. You can probably speed it up a little. Unless everybody's just enthralled watching and not typing right now. I know, I saw your comment, Bluebell. Thank you. True Crime Deep Dive. I said it once. Who said that Chris was home? What do you mean, Val? How did they find out Chris was home? You guys need to watch this on your TV. Hey, Terry. Terri, you are the bomb ditty. Your video driving by is why I just figured this out. Terri, you are the bomb. Your video, out of the ballpark. Out of the ballpark. The white's not as good, but I'm going to let it play through. Oh, yeah, his marks on his arm. I mean, there's just so many clues. And then he talked about concrete. I think that's to throw people off. I don't think he's in concrete. Anything that Chris says, you have to take the opposite. And Katie. So if Katie says it's dark, consider it light. Okay? If Chris says he's in concrete, consider him not in concrete. You don't need to check that. It totally helped, Terri. Oh my God. And this looks to me like somebody, shoulders, arm up in the air. This is someone wearing a black, it looks like a t-shirt.
Their arm's going like this.
This is their arm going up. Do you see it? Denise, I can't speak for Seth. I have no idea what
I'm going to
he's
make
seen.
it crystal effing clear
For you folks in the back. All right, so see the arm
Chris
movement?
says he's at work, he's not.
And then it's
right
down.
opposite of everything those liars
And up
say.
and down and up and down. See that freaking arm flailing? Crisco. Terri Lynn, can you go by there in the pitch black again? Like in the pitch black and do that drive-by again? Jammers. Thanks to... All right, you guys, I'm going to make it crystal clear for you, okay? I mean, I see an arm flailing up and down. Do you see that? Right there? Like I showed you before. Look. Look right here. Look in this area. For a flailing arm. Did they change the plates on the Brinks van? Terri Lynn, can you get that plate number on that Brinks van? Yeah, we'll watch Terry's video again. We're going to spin the wheel after this is over. Yeah, because remember Nancy Grace was like asking about the year of the van and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, we can't talk about the van." I'm assuming it's the driveway, but I don't know. Okay, could it be? All right, let me get rid of that filter. I just wanted to do that and play it through, guys. I know some of you couldn't see it well like that, but we have to try. Doing different stuff, you know? Okay, so now we are going to spin the wheel of FriJAY. I'm sorry I made you guys wait so long. That got intense. Terry, you're amazing. Thank you for sending that. I don't even know what to think. Like we've been thrown off on this whole thing, you know? All right, there's our wheel. I'm going to have to figure out something with the wheel because our wheel's getting pretty large, okay? Our wheel's getting pretty large. Our first prize, let's get our music going here. Oh, wait, I got to... Hold on. Oh, man, I'm freezing up here. Let me close some of these windows. Okay, we should be good now. Okay, are you guys ready to spin the wheel? This is where I give back to you guys. Potato missed everything. Potato, you're going to have to go back and watch. We watched Terri Lynn's video. But this is time for the Wheel of FriJAY. This is where I give back to you. If you super chat, send a tip via J4J411.live. You got 2 spots on the wheel this week. And if you gifted memberships, you are on the wheel. So, I don't know what color anybody is. I can try to make it big. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. But we'll know because the winner will pop up down below. So our first, and bear with me, guys. I'm doing the best I can with this. Okay. So our first gift is going to be a J4J mug. So let's gear up the Wheel of FriJAY. This is for entertainment purposes only, and this is a way that I give back to everybody who gives to me. So let's spin that wheel. Shall we? I guess I have to open my spinner. You guys are so impatient. Streamlabs. Okay, here we go. You just have to trust me, you guys. I go through all of them. If you do notice that your name wasn't on there for some reason, let me know. But, I mean, I do the best that I can here. This is a lot. There's a lot of names on there this week. Okay, so let's do this. Bella says, spin the damn wheel. I got you, Belle. Okay, here we go. Here is our first spin. This is for the J for J coming in hot mug. Who's it going to be? M. M1. If you are M, I don't know who M is, but M, email. The email will be in the chat. J for J podcast team, email me your address and I will send you your coming in hot mug.
Coming in hot,
Just like the beat. All right. So the next gift we have is a J for J tank. And this is for women. So if a guy happens to win, I know like 85% of my audience are lovely women. So if a guy happens to win, you can pick out a t-shirt. Okay. So this is for the J for J Racerback tank. Here we go. I forgot our music. Sirius Black. Congratulations, Sirius Black won. Yay. Ha, White Boy says is M for Matt. What's up, White Boy Lockdown Radio? How you doing? How you doing? Sirius Black. I can't think of someone more deserving of the J for J tank. Congratulations. Congratulations. We have one more gift. I know Matt hopes he wins this one. This is a beautiful all leather Anne Klein purse. Crossbody strap. Also has the clutch handle. Very cute. Very cute. Little coin purse that comes with it. This is all leather. I can smell it from here. It's very cute. It's very cute. Very springy. Let's give away this bag. Good luck, clickers. I think that's what I'm going to call you guys now, is clickers. Strobe lights, Magic Matt. Oh my gosh. Gigi. Gigi, you won. Let's see. What's Gigi's full name? Gigi. See, there's Casey Marie. You always have a heart. You need to look for your heart. Gigi Gibbon Albany. Gigi. Gigi, congratulations. You won this beautiful bag. Send me a good shipping address to the email address, j4jpodcastteam@gmail.com. I think I'm going to set up another email for the giveaway addresses just to keep it organized. But for now, if the mods can put the email in the chat, congratulations to all of our winners. Thank you so much, guys, for your support and allowing me to give back with our Wheel of FriJAY. Thank you, thank you. The face on the wheel is Amaka. So we do these wheel spins when we meet these goals right here. And we are on our way to another spin. So if you'd like to get your name on the wheel, if you do donate it through my own site, j4j411.live, you will get 2 spots on the wheel. Yeah, we can deep dive this in Discord too. This this footage. This is not really where I expected it to go today, but I'm really glad that it did. I told you guys we'd watch Terri Lynn's again, and I do want to play her video one more time. She gave us this awesome drive-by of the neighborhood, and it was at dusk, and it just turned out to be exactly what I was looking for. So tremendously helpful. I just can't even. Let's get her video pulled back up here. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to give back to you guys. If you are a member here, you have access to Discord. All you have to do is download the app on your phone and can go to settings, like make an account, go to settings and connect your YouTube to the Discord app. And just as a reminder, tomorrow we have Julia, who was one of the dog handlers that was offering to come into the house. And was turned away. She's coming on tomorrow. The event will be up for that later on this evening. So here is Terri Lynn's video. She's taking us from the corner of Kellen on Stafford and down Stafford. She's going to show us the Proudfoots home. She's going to show us the common area and things like that. So this is going to be a really good one to replay.
Okay, right here is going to be the corner of Stafford. So you're going to see it. That's the corner. There's the trucks, the car. Okay, I'm about to show you the gazebo. The gazebo is over here.
Get your questions ready too for Julia. We're going to do some Q&A tomorrow.
This is the road. Now to get to Katie's and theirs, we're going to have to go all the way over here.
She's also going to have the doggies.
There.
Thank you, Sarah Adams. I appreciate that.
And there's their sign of Sebastian.
Well, Daphne, congratulations to your daughter. You'll just have to replay.
Courtyard is in the back. Or I should say the walkway. This is not even
If you have
dark
trouble with
time.
Discord, we
Well,
can
not
help
dark
you.
time. I know it's not dark time. I shouldn't say dark time, but it's not dark just yet, right?
Did you hear the song just said red flags? Dude, this is a sign. This is a sign. Did you hear what that song just said? It said red flags and I should have walked out. I've never even heard this song before. Wow. Wow. That's a freaking sign if I ever heard one. Magic Matt, no. They won't talk about the van. They won't give any information on the van, and it's just sat.
not dark time. I know it's not dark time. I shouldn't say dark time, but it's not dark just yet, right? So we're gonna do this way, right? Because there's a corridor, they call it, whatever. Common
Dude,
way.
he said red flags right when she was in front. Terri, you're here. Your song said red flags right in front of the friggin' house. That is a sign.
I should say the walkway.
I love you, Terri Lynn. This is awesome.
This is not even dark time. Or not dark time. I know it's not dark time. I shouldn't say dark
Zoo
time,
Blues
but
needs help with
it's not
Discord,
dark
too.
just yet, right? So we're gonna do this way, right?
You can't make that shit up, Terri Lynn. She played a song and they happen to say red flags right there. Terri Lynn. I think we're on to something here,
It's
y'all.
not dark time. I shouldn't say dark time, but it's not dark just yet, right? So we're gonna do this way, right?
Hey, Beach Life, we love you here.
Because there's a corridor, they call it, whatever, common way.
Yeah, that's an ooey.
Ooh, that was somebody.
Welcome, Naomi.
Now, that is going to be, I'll scroll in. That's going to be scrolling in.
There's those damn lights, guys.
Okay. Now from there, now let me show you.
That was wild. I didn't notice that the first time.
That one home. That's at 1001 Stafford.
Signs everywhere. Signs. It's one of my faves.
Sorry.
I know your commentary is off. It's awesome, Terri.
Right there.
Mods, can you put the merch link in chat? If you didn't win on the wheel, you can always pick up your merch. Home of the $20 t-shirts.
At 1001.
Lots of lights, guys.
Now I'm going to show you what it would have to be. Hold on. Behind you. Like I just said, across the street directly from that house.
Are you driving a stick shift and videoing and driving and talking?
Common area is in between the homes. Does that make sense? Let me stop right here.
Thanks, guys.
There's homes back, the common area back there. So hold on, like that.
Welcome, CBC.
Common area is back
Look at all those lights. No, Perry, you're fine. This is awesome.
just as long as you don't lose my voice on there, Jai.
I got your voice on here, babe.
Common area is back. So they call them when they have fences. Don't ask me. Pay attention to chronology and where we talk about them being cousins, which ain't the line.
Damn, Terri Lynn. She is a multitasker and playing the red flag song. Terri Lynn, I gotta clip that.
Yeah, well,
Red flags and I should have walked out. Who sings that song?
that's why it shows
Does anybody know who sings that song?
And I'll do it from this one too, I don't care. And this is another side street, of course. Fucking did a good tango view.
Terry's.
See, they all have common little area marks. So they got their fence the same. That would be a common area. Walkway.
I already have all the videos. I've seen this video. I covered this last week on my channel. This,
Okay.
we're driving around the Proudfoots neighborhood if you're just joining. That is Terri Lynn taking us by the Proudfoots from 1001. It's called Where It Ends, by Bailey Zimmerman. Thanks, Kels. Red flags and I should have walked out. Wow.
A common way.
That is so wild. I can't thank you enough, Terry, for getting this video.
Thank you. This is the road. Now to get to Katie.
So we go by their house the first time. Show you guys again.
There.
Right here.
There.
And they said Sebastian's room was in the front. So if someone saw a light on, it would have been in the front.
And there's their sign.
What does he say? I saw red flags and it looked like a carnival? Is that what he says? Oh, I thought he said, I saw red flags and I should have walked out. It's when she turns around and comes back
The courtyard is in the back.
that we see the garage better.
Or I should say the walkway. This is not even dark time. Or not dark time.
Here we go. Listen
I
close.
know it's not dark time. I shouldn't say dark time. But it's not dark just yet, right? So we're going to do this way, right?
No, he said red flags and I should have walked out that door. What the fuck? Guys, you can't make that up. He said red flags and I should have walked out that door. Weird.
Time. But it's not dark just yet, right? So we're going to do this way, right? Because there's a corridor, they call it, whatever, common way.
Yes, Kels.
Okay.
Whoa.
Now, that is going to be, let's go in.
And that's what Chris said, that he walked out the door and poof, disappeared. Cunning, hey Cunning. The lyrics are had to bury all your memories, couldn't see what everybody sees. Red flags, said I should have walked out that door. That I have cold chills too, Angela. Weird.
Okay. Now from there, now let me show you that. Okay. To that one home. That's at 1001 step.
Wow. I need to hear that again. That is too wild. I didn't hear the walk out the door. I didn't hear any of that in the beginning.
The courtyard is in the back. Now to get to Katie's and theirs, we're going to have to go all the way over here.
Thank you, PR.
There, theirs, and there's their sign of Sebastian.
Here, I'm going to turn the volume up more.
The courtyard is in the back. Or I should say the walkway. This is not even dark time. Or not dark time. I know
Here it
it's not
comes, right
dark
here.
time. I shouldn't say dark time, but it's not dark just yet, right? So we're going to do this way, right? Because there's a corridor, they call it, whatever, common way.
Did he say I went to bat for you always? Oh my God. Terry, that is so eerie. Wow. Definitely Easter eggs everywhere. This is why you play things more than once, you know? He did say they didn't have lights. He did. He definitely did. They got all confused on the whole surveillance lights and if they come on, et cetera, et cetera. Where is their video? Damn, this was a while ago already. Is it? Did I pass it? That's Seth. Where is it? All right, I'm going to get irritated now. Hang on. Nancy Mace. Here it is. Oh, I renewed my premium too, so y'all won't have to hear y'all won't have to see any more ads. So we're all caught up on that. Okay, here we go.
It's on the opposite end of the house.
We think barefoot. How did that happen? I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us here at Crime Stories and on SiriusXM 111. We've read a lot online. We've seen a lot of theories, a lot of speculation. But let's start with what we know to be true. Joining me right now, an all-star panel. But first, I'm going to go to two special guests joining us, Katie and Chris Proudfoot. This is Sebastian's biological mother and his stepfather, who were in their home with Sebastian when he goes missing. To both of the Proudfoots, thank you for being with us. I want to go straight back to when Sebastian goes missing. Miss Proudfoot, I understand that the day before, which would have been Sunday, if I've got the information correct, that you guys went out, you went to dinner, you went to somewhere, I believe you said BJ's, where he had a, quote, colossal popcorn. Then you came home that night, and around 9 p.m., you tell Sebastian to go to bed. He says, okay, and goes to his room. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That night,
She ain't
I
buying any of it.
understand from previous statements you've made that you went to bed around midnight. Is that correct?
It is.
What's the name of that song?
And to you, Mr. Proudfoot, Chris Proudfoot, did you also go to bed at midnight, or before or after?
No, ma'am. We went to bed around the same time because we were on the phone together.
And
He was not home.
please excuse any of my questions. I'm simply
She threw in there, he was not home. When they weren't even asked if he was home. They said already we were on the phone, and then Katie throws in there the extra, he wasn't home.
is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That night, I understand from previous statements you've made that you went to bed around midnight. Is that correct?
It is.
And to you, Mr. Proudfoot, Chris Proudfoot, did you also go to bed at midnight, or before or after?
No, ma'am. We went to bed around the same time because we were on the phone together.
Where it ends.
And
He was not home.
please excuse any of my questions. I'm simply trying to find out more about that night. Do you two sleep in the same bedroom?
He wasn't actually in the home at all that weekend.
Ah,
Christopher
you were
wasn't.
not home.
No,
Okay,
ma'am.
so where were you, Mr. Proudfoot?
I was in Memphis, Tennessee.
How far away is that?
3 hours and 37 minutes from doorstep to doorstep.
Watch Nancy's face when he says that. Doorstep to doorstep. Who has it down to the minute? Like, your stepson's missing. You're supposed to be, distraught, emotional. Your mind is clouded. You're elsewhere. You're not even thinking straight. But this motherfucker says 3 hours and 37 minutes, doorstep to doorstep. What? I mean, it's just so stupid. The more you hear it, the dumber it gets.
He wasn't actually in the home at all that weekend.
You were not home.
No,
okay,
ma'am.
so where were you, Mr. Proudfoot?
I was in Memphis, Tennessee.
How far away is that?
Oh, I thought he was. Oh, well, he was in Memphis, Tennessee at work, remember? Because he was on the job 2 hours early that day. He just happened to be 2 hours early.
3 hours and 37 minutes from doorstep to doorstep.
And what were you doing in Memphis?
Working.
Where do you work?
I'm currently working, or was working, at the St. Jude Children's Hospital construction project.
Yes, I'm very familiar with St. Jude's. You said you were working there. Are you no longer working there?
Right now, that's up in the air.
Okay, so remember what I said before. All of their interviews, most likely, they knew the questions beforehand. That's the only way that Chris would agree to do these interviews with Katie present. They knew what they were going to be asked. So he was just waiting. 3 hours and 37 minutes, doorstep to doorstep. They probably have their little whiteboard with their notes on it. Excuse me. Doorstep to doorstep. And then he throws in St. Jude's because he thinks it's going to make him look like a nicer guy. No, dude, St. Jude's don't want you around. They don't want you affiliated with them. Pussyfoot.
Currently working, or was working, at the St. Jude Children's Hospital.
I was working. Hold on.
More about that night. Do you two sleep in the same bedroom?
He wasn't actually in the home at all that weekend.
You were not home.
No,
okay,
ma'am.
so where were you, Mr. Proudfoot?
I was in Memphis, Tennessee.
How far away is that?
Do what?
3 hours and 37 minutes from doorstep to doorstep.
And what were you doing in Memphis?
Working.
Where do you work?
I'm currently working, or was working, at the St. Jude Children's Hospital construction project.
Oh, so here's another lie. I'm currently working. Flung was working on the St. Jude's project. But then Katie's going to be asked in a minute, what are you doing? I'm accompanying my husband back to work. Do what? I'm accompanying my husband back to work. And then I'm going to go back. I just don't know when yet. I told him to go to bed and he did.
Yes, I'm very familiar with St.
I
Jude's.
can't stand it.
You said you were working there. Are you no longer working there?
Right now, that's up in the air.
Well, you've been gone ever since Sebastian went missing, so I understand. When you are home, do you two sleep in the same bedroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that why you're talking to Terri Lynn and trying to get her to sex it up with you? Because you're in the same bedroom? You're not in the same bedroom. You're lying. Oh, he gets fired up and tries to keep his cool. You'll see it come out in a little bit. He's looking at his whiteboard.
Is this a 3-bedroom home?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is your room as it relates to Sebastian's room?
It's on the opposite end of the house. The master bedroom's on one side, and the other two bedrooms are on the other side of the house.
Okay, so your master bedroom is on one side of the house and Sebastian's room is on the other side of the house. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, you have a third bedroom that I believe you keep for your other daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that Faith? Is your other daughter named Faith?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So where is Faith's bedroom as it relates to Sebastian's
I
bedroom?
said this before. She's triggering him with that faith thing. But where's the light thing?
Okay. No sign of forced entry. Was anything
Here we go.
taken from the home at all?
Not that we could find anything. We couldn't find anything missing.
We couldn't find anything
I want to circle
missing?
back to Sebastian's shoes regarding if anything was missing. Do you have a burglar alarm?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a Ring doorbell cam?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have the two of you taken a polygraph?
I have.
I have not.
Would you be willing to?
I've offered and volunteered on many occasions to take a polygraph, and
Oh, that's funny because he said on Web Sleuths, yes, we did, and passed with flying colors. A rainbow exploded when Chris Proudfoot passed the polygraph. It was like crayons threw up every fucking where when he passed. That's how much he passed. Remember that, Web Sleuths? Yes, we did. We passed with flying colors.
flung. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That morning, was there any sign of a break-in through a window, a front door, a back door, a sliding glass door, anything at all?
There might be a delay
No, ma'am.
on their video feed.
Okay. No sign of forced entry. Was anything taken from the home at all?
Not that we could find anything. We couldn't find anything missing.
I want to circle back to Sebastian's shoes regarding if anything was missing. Do you have a burglar alarm?
Yeah, she got a
No,
mouse.
ma'am.
Does she have a mouse in her pocket?
Do you have a Ring doorbell cam?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have the two of you taken a polygraph?
Thank you, fixin' two, fitting two.
I have.
I have not.
Would you be willing to?
I've offered and volunteered on many occasions to take a polygraph, and I was told directly by law enforcement because of my whereabouts, I did not need one.
Look at Nancy sipping her tea. She's like, Law enforcement told you, because of your whereabouts, you don't need to take one, dude. Just go have a seat over there. We're just going to give this here polygraph to Katie. Oh, but Chris Proudfoot stood up and said, oh, pick me, I'll do it. No, sir, we don't need you to do one because of your whereabouts. You're good.
I understand. Miss Proudfoot, did you pass your polygraph?
I did.
Those questions out of the way. Was Faith in the home when Sebastian went missing?
No.
No, ma'am.
Does anyone else have a key to your home beside your immediate family?
No.
No, ma'am.
That night, Miss Proudfoot, at midnight when you went to bed, what did you do until midnight?
I had been reading a chapter that I needed to, and
Oh,
I
this is
had
where-
been talking to my husband on the phone.
She talked for 3 hours. Remember the 3 hours? The 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. She talked for 3 fucking hours and read a fucking book for college for business administration.
was fallen asleep on him. So that's when he told me it was around midnight. He told me to go ahead and put the dogs up and go to bed.
Go ahead. Do you see these words? These all mean something. Go ahead and put the dogs up and go to bed. He gave his permission. Hey, you're falling asleep. Go put the dogs up.
And that's what I did. I got up, put the dogs where they sleep, and then I myself went to bed.
Where do they sleep?
They have a big pen.
A big pen.
A pen, is it inside or outside?
Inside.
Inside. That reminds me of another question. Do you guys have a motion sensor light or lights on the outside of your house?
Yes, we do have lights on the outside of our house.
Oh.
Did they activate that night?
They're not motion censored.
Oh, well.
We have lights.
Were they on that night?
Were they on?
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Were they on that night? So the lights were out
The lights were out. The lights were out.
the whole night?
Yes, ma'am. We don't typically turn the floodlights on.
Were there any lights outside the house on at all?
Just my little solar lights.
Uh-huh. See? Nancy knows. She knows what we know. She knows what we know. Yeah, a big pen. Save the Morkies. Hashtag save the Morkies.
Inside. That reminds me of another question. Do you guys have a motion sensor light or lights on the outside of your house?
Yes, we do have lights on the outside of our house.
Did they activate that night?
They're not motion censored.
Good night, Angie.
We have lights.
Were they
They're not
on that
motion
night?
censored.
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Were they on that night? So the lights were out the whole night?
Yes, ma'am. We don't typically turn the floodlights on.
Were there any lights outside the house on at all?
Just my little solar lights that we have in the garden.
There's
Yep.
2 lights on the side of the house above the garage that are on at all times.
Oh, yeah, those are on.
Oh.
Oh, there's a light above the garage. It's on at all times?
There's 2, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So those
There's
lights.
2.
I mean, I'm sure there was stuff long and swung. And
2. 2 and the uplight. Oh my God. 2 and the uplight.
Lights outside the house on at all?
Just my little solar lights that we have in the garden.
There's
Yep.
2 lights on the side of the house above the garage that are on at all times.
Oh, yeah, those are on.
Oh, there's a light above the garage. It's on at all times?
There's 2, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So those lights were on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because I heard you say earlier, Mr. Proudfoot, that your neighbors have been very, very forthcoming with their Ring camera info. And I was
Yes,
trying to determine if any lights were on, what, if anything, they may have caught. But I understand from your previous interviews that nothing of any evidentiary value was caught. And also, in another statement you gave, I understand that the video of the 2 flashlights, and I'm saying that with air quotes, that's not exactly what that was at all. We now don't believe that 2 flashlights were observed around your home. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're very correct.
Okay.
You're very
Question
correct.
regarding
Okay, what did he say she was correct about? Let me hear that again.
very forthcoming with their Ring camera info. And I was
Yes, ma'am.
trying to determine if any lights were on, what, if anything, they may have caught. But I understand from your previous interviews that nothing of any evidentiary value was caught. And also, in another statement you gave, I understand that the video of the 2 flashlights, and I'm saying that with air quotes, that's not exactly what that was at all. We now don't believe that 2 flashlights were observed around your home. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're very correct.
You're very correct. Except, look at his face. They've got him thinking that he is in the clear. Look how smug he is. Oh my God. Katie didn't want Nancy to know about the garage lights, but then he said, oh yeah, there is. Oh yeah, those are on. He came out the gate with that.
Okay. Question regarding your vehicles. Miss Proudfoot, what make and model do you drive?
Oh, here we go.
I drive a Infinity SUV.
Just like Mama Bauer socks.
Year?
2017.
And, sir, what do you drive?
I drive a diesel truck, Chevrolet.
Year?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a 2021, I think.
Okay.
So your Infinity SUV was parked in the garage or outside the garage that night, Miss Proudfoot?
In the garage.
In the garage. And Mr. Proudfoot, your vehicle was on location in Memphis. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So there's only one car at the home. Is that right?
There was actually a work vehicle in the driveway at the time as well, but it hasn't moved. We can't give out that information because we don't have permission from her work.
We don't have permission from her work. That's
I
why
don't
we need the
understand
plate
that. What?
number.
About the make and model of the vehicle.
I have a work van that was also parked in the driveway.
Why is that, if it's out in the driveway where people can see it, why is that privileged information?
We just don't have permission from her company to divulge that information.
Have you asked?
No, ma'am, we have not.
We haven't asked.
Nobody's asked us
So
that
that
question.
was-
to be honest with you.
Okay, so you have a work van. Question to you, Miss Proudfoot, what do you do for a living?
I am an installation technician.
Notice she doesn't say security. Nothing with security, surveillance, or anything like that. I'm an installation technician.
That night, was the work van blocking your driveway? Could someone go in and out of your driveway?
Yep.
The van is parked at the back of my driveway, so someone can pull in, yes.
Got it. Do you park your Infinity SUV in the garage or outside the garage?
Infinity SUV.
In the garage.
In the garage. Do you have an automatic garage door?
With the clicker.
Clickers.
Do you leave that up or down at night?
Down.
Could anybody lift it up? Like, is there an on and off button outside, or do you have to know a code or have the clicker to open it?
You'd have to know the code or have the clicker.
Does Sebastian know the code?
Not to the garage door, but to the man doors.
Not to the garage door, but to the house doors?
The regular door, yes.
So is there a code to get in your home, or do you use a regular key?
There's a code.
And he knows that code?
Yes, ma'am.
Question. I'm just trying to figure out how he would have gotten out, or if somebody came into the home. Could they have gotten through the garage door? No, unless they know the code or had the clicker, which they did not. Do you lock your doors at night?
Yes, ma'am.
Could he have left on his own through those doors?
He could, yes, ma'am.
But I heard in another interview where Mr. Proudfoot said he was not a, quote, wanderer. He didn't wander around. He had never left the home before on his own. Is that right?
Correct. We haven't had issues with him running or taking off in the past.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions regarding the doors. Do you have any home surveillance, anything at all that would have given us an idea or a clue if the door had been opened or not, or a window?
Not directly from our house.
Well, then from where?
That's what we were hoping that neighborhood Ring cameras and may have picked something up.
Gotcha. I want to go back to that night. You said you were up till midnight. You were reading something. What were you reading?
A chapter for school.
A chapter for school. Are you in school?
I was, yes ma'am. I've since dropped my classes for the time.
What are you studying?
Business administration.
Gotcha. Where do you go to school?
DeVry.
So that night you go to bed at midnight after you've been talking to Mr. Proudfoot on the phone. You put the dogs away in a cage, a crate, inside the home, and you go to bed. Did you check on Sebastian at that time?
I did not.
Okay. Do you normally?
Not typically. Since he's gotten older,
Okay, I want you to watch her face with this one. Did you check on him? Just a thud. Like just. No biggie, just a thud. Watch Katie's face when she answers this question. Business administration. I've never heard that, Lisa Lee. It's weird.
So that night you go to bed at midnight after you've been talking to Mr. Proudfoot on the phone. You put the dogs away in a cage, a crate, inside the home, and you go to bed. Did you check on Sebastian at that time?
I did not.
Okay. Do you normally?
Not typically. Since he's gotten older, I've not been checking on him as frequently throughout the night because normally he's good to go in his room once he goes to bed.
You see how uncomfortable Chris got? Yeah. Like a body hit. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. That's a thud. Her cheeks are flushed.
What are you studying?
Business administration.
Gotcha. Where do you go to school?
DeVry.
So that night you go to bed at midnight after you've been talking to Mr. Proudfoot on the phone. You put the dogs away in a cage, a crate, inside the home, and you go to bed. Did you check on Sebastian at that time?
I did not.
Watch Chris get uncomfortable.
Okay.
Watch.
Do you normally?
Not typically. Since he's gotten older, I've not been checking on him as frequently throughout the night because normally he's good to go in his room once he goes to bed.
Earlier you had
I think he got uncomfortable because as he's gotten older, I think they've made him go in the garage.
stated you heard a noise in his room before you went to bed. What time was that?
Around 10 o'clock.
10 p.m. What did it sound like?
Just a thud.
A thud. You stated that you said, look, I don't care what you're doing in there, go to bed. Is that right?
I was on the couch, which is near his room, and I said, Bubba, did you fall out of the bed? And he said, no, ma'am. And I said, well, whatever you're doing in there, knock it off and go to sleep.
So you heard his voice at 10 p.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any idea what the sound actually was?
I do not, no.
If he were to go out his window, what would he step on?
Mulch and bushes.
Did you say mulch or mush?
Mulch.
Mulch.
Mulch. Okay. Got it. Has he ever gone out the window before?
No, ma'am.
Is his room on the front of the house or the back of the house?
Front.
Front. Do any of your neighbors' ring cams point toward your house? Could they pick that up?
They do, but it's so dark that they can only see it. After it gets so dark at night, they can only see certain things where there's light.
I thought there were the two lights on.
On the opposite side of the house.
Oh, so she thinks the only video. Okay, that's the key, guys. That's the key.
I mean, I'm sure there was stuff long and swung. And
She thinks the only video comes from 1001 Stafford on the corner of Kellen and Stafford. She doesn't know there's other footage. She doesn't know there's other footage. She's just assuming it's the 1001. Listen to this again. She says, oh no, that camera hits the other side of the house. How does she know what camera they're talking about? Yeah, exactly. How do you know, Katie? Listen again.
And, bushes.
Did you say mulch or mush?
Mulch.
Mulch.
Mulch. Okay.
Mulch.
Got it. Has he ever gone out the window before?
No, ma'am.
Is his room on the front of the house or the back of the house?
Front.
Front. Do any of your neighbors' ring cams point toward your house? Could they pick that up?
Okay, that was the question.
They do.
Do any of your neighbors' ring bell cameras point towards your house? She says they do. Now listen.
But it's so dark that they can only see it. After it gets so dark at night, they can only see certain things where there's light.
I thought there were the two lights on.
On the opposite side of the house.
So she knows there's a camera from 1001 that shows their house if there's lights on. So did she think they were being smart by being on the other side of the house where they didn't think a camera would pick them up? And did that camera pick them up because maybe someone walked outside and it clicked on? Because somebody had to set that camera off from that far away. Something set the camera off. She's allowed to wear makeup. Oh, come on, gaming. That's BS. Who are you here to defend? We've seen pictures of Katie all done up, hair done up, full out eyeliner and shit. You ain't fooling nobody, Katie Proudfoot, with your plain Jane Mona Lisa look. It's not garnering sympathy. It's transparent. You're both so transparent. Oh, she can't wear makeup. She's not allowed. She's a kept woman. The bitch worked for Brinks. She's not a kept Holly Hobby. Bullshit. This is an act. Total act. I saw her pictures. I saw the name on her MySpace. Sexy, whatever the hell it was, or using the C word. This girl ain't no freaking prim and proper mother of an autistic son that has friends that are that have autistic kids too, like she's in groups. She doesn't give a damn. She never gave a damn.
Okay. Can we talk about Sebastian's shoes? Why are you convinced Sebastian left without shoes on? Or are you?
Well, the reason that came about is because all of his shoes are accounted for inside the house still.
Are you positive?
I'm positive.
How do you know what clothes he was wearing?
The clothes that we described are the ones I saw him in when he went to bed.
Oh.
That morning, you woke up at 6 o'clock.
Did you hear that big, loud sigh? Who was that? Was that Proudfooters?
That morning, you woke up at 6 o'clock. Is that the normal time you wake up?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a heavy sleeper?
Off and on.
Do you take any medication at night that would make you sleep?
No, ma'am.
But you heard nothing.
I did not, no.
So we know he is alive and well at 10 p.m., at 6 a.m., he's gone. You say he's never left before, is that right?
Correct. He's never run off before.
And could I confirm, where was
This
his
is
bio
the real
dad
Katie Proudfoot.
at the time he went missing?
I believe he was at work in Nashville.
Had there been any family argument or altercation prior to him going missing?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Proudfoot, when did you leave town?
Early February.
So you had been gone for days before he went missing, is that correct?
Correct, ma'am.
Had you visited home since you left?
You said from when I initially left?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I came home February 26th, the morning I was told that he was missing.
From the time that you left for the job in Memphis to February 26th, did you visit the home?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
I was home. I can't give exact dates. Law enforcement has told me not to provide exact dates, but I had been home multiple times prior to February. And then I left early February and then didn't come back till February 26th, the morning he was missing.
So you were not home from the time you left early February till Feb 26, is that right?
Correct, ma'am.
Where were you living in Memphis?
I have an RV trailer that I stay in at an RV park.
But he wasn't. Oh, shit, Yogi Bear. He didn't say he's at Yogi Bear. He said, I have an RV park in Memphis. No, you don't, Proudfoot. You're staying in MISSISSIPPI. What are you talking about? Again, smug AF. That's the real Katie Proudfoot. Whoever was just here, Chris or Katie, whoever you are, she's not allowed to wear makeup. She got makeup on. And I guarantee you, Katie Proudfoot does not normally leave the house without painting on her eyebrows, putting on makeup, and getting her resting bitch face on. Right now, she's oh, I'm so weak and oh, everyone's mean to me.
RV park, okay. Following back up on that morning.
So she knows he lied about where he was. He was really in Mississippi, but he wants her to think he was in Memphis. Why?
You search the home, Miss Proudfoot. Then you get in your vehicle and you start searching. Did Sebastian know how to drive?
No, ma'am.
Was your car in the same location when you woke up that morning as it was the night before?
Yes, ma'am.
Has your car been searched by police?
Multiple times, yes, ma'am.
Have scent dogs looked at your car?
Yes, ma'am.
So your car's in the same place. You get in the car, you start looking in the neighborhood for him. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you call Mr. Proudfoot, right?
I believe I was already on the phone with him at that point.
Okay. Question.
Remember on the dispatch, too, they said there was a lot of people in the house?
Who called 911?
I did.
You did.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
time?
without looking at a call log, I can't give you the exact time, but on or about 6:20.
And had you guys been talking on the phone before 6 a.m. or did you initially call Mr. Proudfoot at the time you realized Sebastian was gone?
I called him when I realized Sebastian was gone.
Have you guys been out looking for Sebastian?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We were given information that you guys have left the home. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so earlier in this video, he told us that he was back at work, but then he said it was up in the air. Now listen to this.
Why?
I'm going back to work.
He just said it was up in the air, remember? He just said it's up in the air. Now he says, I'm going back to work. Dude, these people are lying. Law enforcement knows it. Everybody knows it. I don't know who's in here defending them. Everybody knows that we're not picking something out of nothing. If you're thinking that, you might just be Chris or Katie trying to convince yourselves that this isn't as plain obvious as it is. But I've got news for you. Chris, Katie, it's so obvious. Do yourselves a favor. Do yourselves a favor and stop this. All you're doing is spinning yourselves deeper and deeper into a hole. Like an auger. You know what? You guys are like an auger. And you're just going deeper and deeper and deeper. It's so obvious. It's not even funny. I mean, nothing about this is funny. But to have people that are in here saying, oh, no, she couldn't. Those definitely have to be either them or their immediate family, because no one lacks that much common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give it up. I mean, we all know you know where he is.
You're going back to work. What about you, Miss Proudfoot?
No, I'm not going back to work. Not yet, at least.
Did you leave the home also, Miss Proudfoot?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
To accompany my husband going back to work, and then I'm coming back.
Okay, when will you be back? Do you know yet?
No, not yet.
Are you concerned about being away while the search is ongoing?
Absolutely, I am.
Then why are you going?
Right.
Because my son could be anywhere, and we're looking everywhere and anywhere.
I've got a question for you.
Yes,
I want
ma'am.
to find out about Mr. Proudfoot hitting Sebastian with a belt. What happened?
That was actually several years ago, and it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. Mr.
Okay.
Proudfoot.
Do you see that she had her question scripted? She thought that question was going to be for her because she's Sebastian's mom. Do you see how she rattled it off? Sarah, I know you noticed that one. She was like, that was actually a few years ago, and she was starting to go into it, and she's like, oh, no, this ain't your question. You thought it was your question, but it's not. And now you're going to see him get really uncomfortable because it was not years ago. It was recent. And I have a feeling that that's why the emergency order was put in place. But hey, that's just me. But she had this whole script. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her face. They think they've got Nancy fooled. I mean, they really do, guys. How do you know that there isn't a grand jury convening right now? That is the joy of grand juries and why they use them, right? We have the DA in a meeting looking at the ruckus video. Knowing what we know about the ruckus video, imagine DAs, agents, etc. in the room playing the ruckus video. Wondering, and Katie's sitting there. What do they see? What do they see? Oh, shit. It must have been intense in that room.
Proudfoot, what happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were asking Katie. Sebastian had gotten in trouble. He got caught lying. And I had asked him, I said, hey.
See him shifting his seat. He's like, oh, I thought Katie was going to answer that. I thought, thank you, PR. I thought Katie was going to answer that question.
To work. Not yet, at least.
They think they've got
Did
this
you leave the
all
home
set.
also, Miss Proudfoot?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
To accompany my husband going back to work, and then I'm coming back.
Okay, when will you be back? Do you know yet?
No, not yet.
Are you concerned about being away while the search is ongoing?
Absolutely, I am.
Then why are you going?
Because my son could be anywhere, and we're looking everywhere and anywhere.
I've got a question for you.
Yes,
I want
ma'am.
to find out about Mr. Proudfoot hitting Sebastian with a belt. What happened?
That was actually several years ago, and it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Proudfoot, what happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were asking Katie. Sebastian had gotten in trouble. He got caught lying. And I had asked him, I said, hey, you got to have a punishment for this. He says, yes, sir. And I said, okay. So I gave him a swat with a belt on his buttocks on the outside of his clothes. One swat.
What did he lie about?
I honestly don't remember at the time, but it was probably something dealing with school because that's majority where his issues lie.
Did he have other issues at school?
Some behavioral stuff, but nothing too crazy.
What kind of behavioral stuff?
He has a hard time. He's like awkwardly socially like blending in with students. So it's a little, he's trying to figure out how to do it, but respecting people's space. He gets a little too close. And then kids don't really accept that too much. So it kind of causes an issue. But he'll not stop and he continues on. So then it causes an issue. And instead of being honest about it, he'll lie like, no, I didn't. Okay, Sebastian.
We're lying about doing
Was
work.
that the first time? Was that the first time you had ever hit him with a belt?
Yes, ma'am. The one and only time, actually.
When was this?
Years ago, ma'am.
Any idea how many? 3, 10, 1?
It probably at least 3 years ago.
I don't understand how that turned into a CPS or Child Protective Services complaint. How were they alerted that you hit him with a belt?
That did not turn into a CPS service call.
There were other CPS reports, right? Were they regarding your other child?
There is one in regards to my daughter that I know of out in New Mexico with my ex-wife and myself.
What happened?
At the time,
Oh, we kidnapped my
my
daughter.
ex-wife had fled to New Mexico with my daughter. We were going through a custody and a divorce case at that time. And at the time, when I'd call and try to check in on my daughter, I could never reach my ex-wife at that time. So a welfare check was requested. Law enforcement told me to call CPS if I had concerns. So I called CPS. Law enforcement did make a welfare call, and that was it.
He's saying it's on the mother
Then
of his child, not him.
How does that turn into a CPS complaint against you?
I have no idea, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot of misinformation out there right now in regards to my New Mexico case that actually has no relevance to the Sebastian case.
No relevance, huh?
Then was there even a
Why would he say there's no relevance to the Sebastian case and hooking it with the Faith case? What? He's the one that brought those two together. Did you see that?
Then how does that turn into a CPS complaint against you?
I have no idea, ma'am. There's a lot of misinformation out there right now in regards to my New Mexico case that actually has no relevance to the Sebastian case.
Then was there even a CPS complaint against you in New Mexico?
Not that I am aware of. And my attorney and myself are well educated on my case, and there's nothing that we know of.
Was there a TRO taken out against you regarding
Yes, ma'am.
your daughter?
Not a TRO, but a TPO.
A temporary protective order. Why was that taken out?
So in regards to that case, my ex-wife had a TPO put against her in Tennessee at the time. When we went to court, that got dissolved. I was ordered to hand my daughter back over to my ex-wife at the time.
It got dissolved, and I was ordered to hand my daughter off to my ex-wife at the time.
She gets in a truck. She fleds to New Mexico. 2 days later, she files one in retaliation.
Is it still in place?
No, ma'am. That was dropped within, I think, 2 weeks of it being put in place.
Someone cleared their throat.
I've got a question about the belt incident. You're telling me that was the only time that you ever hit Sebastian with a belt.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also telling me that did not make it to CPS?
No, ma'am, that did not.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Regarding Faith's furniture.
Yes,
A few
ma'am.
days after Sebastian goes missing, did you replace furniture in Faith's room?
No, ma'am, I have not replaced any furniture in my daughter's room.
Is there any new furniture in the home?
Yes, ma'am, there's a bed that was given to me, and it's currently in my garage.
There's a bed that was given to me, and it's currently in my garage. But is there a mattress with that bed? Is it a whole bed?
Anything been taken out of the home?
No, ma'am.
I was curious about a statement that Miss Proudfoot made earlier that canine dogs hit on the barn around the home and near a retention pond.
Barn.
Did that happen?
I'm not sure about the barn, but the retention pond, yes.
Because law enforcement says the dogs did not hit. But Miss
There's
Proudfoot says they did hit around the retention pond.
So there's been a lot of miscommunication in regards to what is and what is not. To help clear that up, law enforcement has actually spoken directly with me, showed me a few things. What I can tell you is from day one, there was 5 dogs that started the scent.
Law enforcement has shown him a few things. I think they're giving Chrissy Proudfoot some misinformation. Is there maybe a chance that dispatch audio was put out for his benefit? There's like 5 people on this panel, though. I don't know if they're all muted.
For the search. And then after that, from the next 8 days out from that, there have been dogs from all over the country that have come in and done searches. And
Yeah, all the dogs from all over the country, that's our Steph. We've had dogs come in from all over the country and search. No, you left off, asshole, that they spent all that time, money, and energy getting there. And when they didn't take your path to the retention pond, you kicked them out. You didn't say that. You made it sound like you welcomed in these teams from all over the country. No, you didn't. You're a liar, and Nancy knows you're a liar.
Psychopathy?
That was Steph that came in, and we heard from her mouth that you sent her away.
They did hit around the retention pond.
so there's been a lot of miscommunication in regards to what is and what is
Thank
not.
you, Sharon.
To help clear that up. Law enforcement has actually spoken directly with me, showed me a few things. What I can tell you is from day one, there was 5 dogs that started the scent for the search.
I'm going to tell you something right now. If I hear one more time that LE is covering this up for this idiot, you lose a testicle, because there's no way on God's green earth that they're covering up for this dumbass.
Roly-poly, daddy's little Betty. Betty's gonna be a man someday.
They're not covering up for him. If he was on the in, his ass would have been at TBI watching the damn ruckus video with Seth and Katie. He's the only one that was left out of the 3. There wasn't 3 that day at TBI. There was just 2. There was just 2. If he was in like Flynn, his ass would have been there, and he would have known everything that was going on, and he would not have been mad about the DA and the agents being at that meeting.
And then after that, from the next 8 days out from that, there have been dogs from all over the country that have come in and done searches and had scent hits in various locations. But I would say a certain percentage of them tend to go toward the same spot, which would have been a retention pond.
Someone's clearing their throat because his ass is lying. And I think it's that Lauren on panel. The one that says, wow, wow.
So the law enforcement dogs did not hit on the retention pond. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying they did. There was at least 3 that I know for a fact that did hit on the retention pond.
And the pond has been drained, correct? And there was nothing there.
Yes, ma'am. They have walked it, drained it, and there's nothing. The retention pond was only knee deep anyways.
It was only knee deep anyways. Look how, yes, he is. They're waiting for him to feel complacent. Yep. He wants everyone to believe that the only scent goes to the retention pond. They can gather all the info they want. It doesn't make them any less guilty. It doesn't take away the evidence. They can sit here and listen to all of this, and it's not going to do them any good. It doesn't matter. You can't deny evidence. You can't deny the contradicting stories. I mean, it's all out there. This is not anything groundbreaking. It's just putting it all together. He was pissed that he wasn't there. You knew damn well those agents and the DA.
On one occasion, Mr. Proudfoot, you stated that you and Mrs. Proudfoot have been, quote, vetted and cleared of foul play. That was
Okay,
stated on
Pink
Chronicles
Bit, Katie.
of Olivia. Is that true? What do you mean by that?
Yes. So after working with law enforcement of all agencies, they have actually told us that there is no foul play, no nefarious issues. We've been cleared of all wrongdoing. We are working extremely.
We've been cleared of all wrongdoing, but he just told her at the beginning that he didn't take a lie detector test. I know. What barn?
Cooperative.
Is it the barn with the mannequin in it? I think they threw off that whole set. I think that's why they asked what size shoe. I think it was his damn shoes.
With all law enforcement agencies.
Bye, Julie
at
R.
any
Why'd
point
you
in
come in
time
here
that they've
then?
Called, come to the house.
Listen, Julie, you literally subscribed just to say that because I saw you subscribe 14 minutes ago. You literally subscribed just to say that. That is some determination and some patience, Julie. Who is Julie?
Anything.
She just subscribed 14 minutes ago. Look,
was Sebastian angry or upset?
I'll
before
replay
he
it.
Disappeared?
See? Julie, right
No.
there.
Not to my knowledge.
What is your theory about where is Sebastian?
I wish I knew where he was, to be honest.
Your theory.
I think it's possible that someone has my son.
Why?
Because I feel like if he had been close to the house or had walked off, that we would found him by now with as many people.
Hey, Potato, that's 15 minutes that Julie will never get back.
I think it's possible that someone has my son.
Theory, your theory.
Why?
Because I feel like if he had been close to the house or had walked off, that we would found him by now with as many people as we had searching.
Thank you, Kenda.
Have you checked his social media?
He doesn't have social media.
Have you checked his phone?
His phone has been thoroughly checked, yes, ma'am.
Have you handed your phones to police, both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we have.
Has police searched all of your devices, your laptop, your iPad, everything?
Maggie?
Everything. Yes, ma'am.
Other than you, Miss Proudfoot, who is the last person that saw or heard Sebastian alive the Sunday before he went missing?
Two of his aunts, a cousin, and the staff where we had dinner.
And that was at BJ's the night before or the bowling alley?
So BJ's, and then we went to the bowling alley, and then after the bowling alley, we went to dinner before coming home.
I want to follow up again on the dogs hitting.
They said that this channel is so disgusting and full of misinformation. You're right. Lisa's like, she said we're full of shit and we're disgusting. But they waited like 20 minutes to be able to say that. Oh shit.
Earlier, Ms. Proudfoot had stated the dogs hit around the house, the barn, and at the retention pond. Is that correct?
I don't know about the barn, but I do know that they did track to the
bond. The bond, you ain't getting bond. There's gonna be no bond. There's gonna be no bond.
pond, yes.
Did the dogs also hit around the house?
Yes, ma'am.
On the outside of the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Were they scent dogs or cadaver dogs?
They brought in both cadaver and tracking dogs.
Which dog hit? A cadaver dog or a scent dog?
Scent dog.
It's all been scent dogs that have hit.
Of course it is. Of course it is. It's all been scent dogs. Don't say cadaver dogs hit.
The cadaver dogs have not hit on anything that we know of.
What do you believe Sebastian was wearing when he disappeared? And would that have been what he slept in?
Yes. So the clothes, the black sweatpants with the white stripes and the long sleeve black shirt, that is what he went to bed in. And the reason that I believe he was still wearing those clothes is because when we searched, I did not find those clothes in the house. So I have to assume that that's what he was still wearing.
Okay. So she knows he was wearing what he was last seen in, according to her. Hush pup, you crack me up. Hawkeye J. She knows that's what he was wearing because they searched for those very clothes and couldn't find them. But they can't tell us what he was wearing. How can they not find the shirt if they don't know what the fuck he was wearing? I told him to go to bed, and he did. I looked for the shirt that I don't know he was wearing, and I didn't find it. These people are dumb. If anyone thinks LE would possibly cover up and possibly lose their careers over these two numbskulls, you're crazy. You're crazy.
He slept in?
Yes. So the clothes, the black sweatpants with the white stripes and the long sleeve black shirt, that is what he went to bed in. And the reason that I believe he was still wearing those clothes is because when we searched, I did not find those clothes in the house. So I have to assume that that's what he was still wearing.
Okay. What shirt was it then that you couldn't find? Dumbass. And now this white stripe, the black pants with the white stripe. Who thinks that those black pants were planted? Who thinks that those black pants with the white stripes were planted to throw people off? He's not a runner, but he ran.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Did you say that's what he wore when he went to bed?
Yes, ma'am.
Joining us right now, in addition to Katie Proudfoot and Chris Proudfoot, the bio mom and stepdad of Sebastian, an all-star panel. First to Brian Trasher joining us, Vice President of the Cajun Navy, who has joined the search. Brian, thank you for being with us. Who asked you to join the search?
Okay, so this is interesting too. They got death threats as well. So I think they went dark. And I think they continued to help. I don't think they're scamming. Nancy Grace is not going to have scammers on her show. But these guys were chased away when they found something. And it was a big deal. It was a big deal. And then they said that they were stepping back. I don't think they literally stepped back. I think they just had to not let the Proudfoots know what they were doing. Because when they got too close, that's when the threats started. Just like when Chloe got too close. You heard him. She's lucky she's not standing in front of me right now. Planting these things to throw off locations. And then giving the public more detail afterwards. Because we never heard about the white stripes. Until what? They planted the shit there and then they're like, oh yeah, those have white stripes on them. I don't know. I don't know when they said white stripes, but they're focusing on it. Because in the very beginning, we just heard black pants. Micro Kimmy, Terri and his wife did the death threats. Yeah, and they followed everybody. We know. Steph was followed. Okay, so now taking this into consideration, if you still think they're scammers, step out of that thought zone and listen to this as if Nancy knows he's not a scammer. Nancy knows that they found something and they started getting threats. So now listen to him again. and think of him as being legit instead of what we were told?
Well, we had deployed a team up to Nashville, Tennessee last week in response to the missing college student, Riley Strain. And we stayed up there until he was found. While we were in the area, we had a lot of people reaching out to us on social media saying that there was a young boy who had been missing for several weeks that was only about 20 miles away from where we were. So we talked to a few people, got some information, and decided to deploy part of our team that was already up there to Sumter County to investigate and see what we could do to help out.
You went on your own. Were you asked to join?
We were asked to join. I'm not sure specifically who some of our people talk to, but we get requests all the time, and we'll reach out. We'll try to get either a family member or a close friend of the family, just so we know we're talking to people connected to the family. And somebody had reached out and asked us to join since we already had assets so close to Sumter County.
Tell me what you have been doing, Brian Trasher. Everyone with me, the VP of the Cajun Navy, who has joined in the search. You can find them at CajunNavyRelief.com. Brian, tell me what you guys have been doing.
Just real, we're the United Cajun Navy. We're the original group that everybody hears about. There's other groups that use the Cajun Navy name to try to fundraise off of our efforts.
Okay, I just want to say something about the threats, okay? There have been threats. I've talked to people personally who have been threatened. They have been reported to the police. The police are not going to verify that. They're not going to come out and say, hey guys, every search person is getting threatened. They're not going to do that. They're just not going to do it because it's none of the public's business what reports they're getting. So I fully believe that everybody who told me that they reported their threats, reported them. I have no reason to believe otherwise.
Cajun Navy Relief is not affiliated with us at all. We are www.unitedcajunnavy.org. We're the original. We're the real ones.
Again, what exactly have you been doing on the search?
So we've had our own canine team who is already participating in the search for Riley Strain.
More
up here
canines.
searching around. We've talked with the lead investigator with Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, Agent Simmons. We've talked a lot with him and
all these people talked with FBI or with TBI, just like Julia, just like Steph. They all got approved by the TBI. And we heard from Steph. She called in and told her story. She was followed. She was harassed, her and her husband. And they reported it to Agent Simmons. They all text with Agent Simmons. Hell, Julia sent me a text with Agent Simmons saying that she had the good to go from the TBI. I wouldn't believe any of that garbage that these people are scammers. I don't believe it.
To coordinate efforts because we always try to coordinate with law enforcement and make sure we're not getting in the way, duplicating efforts or putting out any.
You know what, Mr. Trasher, let me just cut the chase here. Isn't it true that this weekend, pursuant to your search, that cadaver dogs hit in an area that had been closed off because of a prior hurricane, and it is on federal property? Bones and other items were found at that time. I found that very odd as it would relate to Sebastian. Even if it was Sebastian, his body would not have been skeletonized at this time. Can you tell me now that what was found over the weekend is not connected to Sebastian? Yes, no?
No.
Not connected to Sebastian.
That hit was, that's correct. That hit was not connected to Sebastian.
Okay.
Okay.
Joining me also in addition to
Do you want to hear my theory of why they wanted him out of there? Because when his dogs found remains of a homeless man who had been there for a while, They got scared. They said, holy fuck, there ain't no 25% accuracy on this. If they can find old bones, they're definitely going to find newer ones. We got to get them the hell out of here. I mean, use your common sense. This case is huge. If these guys were scamming, A, they wouldn't be on Nancy Grace. B, they wouldn't be talking to the TBI. And C, we have the same story from Steph and Julia. Oh, shit. These dogs are just like what happened with Steph. The damn dog went the opposite way of what his fucking narrative is, and he made her leave. This guy's dogs picked up on old bones, and they said, oh, shit. They got some good dogs, and they're going to find something. So they had to get them out of Dodge. This is my theory and my theory only. If you don't agree, that's fine. Tell me yours and make it believable.
Brian Trasher, who has been leading the Cajun Navy in its search for Sebastian. Hold on, Brian. Other than those hits, have there been any other dog hits in and around the home or elsewhere?
Not from our K-9 team.
I'm very concerned, Brian, as you can imagine, because LA law enforcement has stated there were no K-9 hits outside the home, which I find very, very disturbing. Because if he had gone outside, particularly barefoot, there would definitely have been a scent trail. Now, we're hearing from the Proudfoots that there was a hit around that retention pond. How far is that pond from your home, Mr. Proudfoot?
Less than probably half a mile if you walk the whole path.
Is it through wooded area? Would he have had to walk through the woods to get there?
Nope, just the common area.
No, ma'am. You can actually walk either the main road or the subdivision. So the construction site is a subdivision, new addition that's being built, and they have a road that's going to be tied into our subdivision. So you could actually walk up that way, or you could walk to the main road and walk into it.
Wow, he sure knows those paths for somebody who hasn't been home in a month. Wow.
Sebastian ever sleepwalk?
No, ma'am.
So he would have had to leave the house undetected by Katie and walk all the way to that retention pond. Did the dogs follow the trail a half a mile?
Yes, ma'am.
They followed the trail all the way to that retention pond?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very curious, as they are saying the dogs didn't pick anything up. Back to you, Brian Trasher. Did you guys search anywhere other than that federal property where the false positive was? Yes, no?
No.
Joining me is Courtney Lasky, high-profile behavior analyst, autism expert, chief clinical officer with Little Starts Therapy.
Okay, this is important. Listen what she says about autistic children.
Courtney, thank you for being with us. At this juncture, we know Sebastian to be most likely with people he doesn't know, if in fact he is still alive. How would that affect a young boy with autism?
It would affect him greatly. Based on the diagnosis of autism, we know that they typically have deficits with communication, social skills, and they display some rigid and repetitive behaviors. If, in fact, he is with someone else who does not know him well, that would be entirely out of his routine. He could be engaging in behaviors that he hasn't engaged in before. He could be looking for an escape. He could be looking to get out of those aversive situations. We know that not every autistic individual will wander, but those who do wander, 36%, it's to get out of an aversive situation. It's to get away from something that's overwhelming or overstimulating to them.
It's to get away from something that's overwhelming or overstimulating to them. Like the ruckus.
Proudfoot, does he know your phone number? Can he call you if he could get access to a phone?
We have gone over my phone number. I don't know that in a high stress time he would remember it, but yes, I have taught him my phone number.
Was he ever allowed to go visit friends' homes?
He didn't get invited, but had he been, yes, we have had play dates in the past.
Would he go there on foot?
No, ma'am.
Joining me now is Lauren Conlon, investigative journalist, host of the Outlier podcast, host of Corruption, What Happened to Grant Solomon, and you can find her at laurenconlon.com. Lauren, thank you so much for being with us. What can you tell me about that stretch of road, if anything, between Sebastian's home and that retention pond?
Well, look, Nancy, I mean, I think like everything else about this case, it is very confusing because the public hasn't heard much from the police. We haven't heard much from the Proudfoots, obviously, when it comes to that, or Seth Rogers. And now I'm learning a lot here as I hear Chris Proudfoot say, okay, we can't speak about this because of law enforcement. And now with the Cajun Navy coming in, I think a lot of us are very excited that they are going to basically canvass this road. And they are actually telling civilians to hang back. Nobody needs to search this anymore. You need to stop. You need to stop helping and let us work with law enforcement and take over. Now, I called the Sumner County Sheriff's Office yesterday because of all the misinformation going around. And I gotta be honest with you, they didn't even know what was going on with this road, with the recreation search. They were either very elusive or they were very confused. But either way, it's very concerning because the people, as well as myself, I don't live in Tennessee. I cover a lot of Tennessee. We are very concerned for Sebastian. We are very concerned. And so,
okay, so let me just stop you right there, Ms. Conlon. Ms. Conlon, everyone is concerned, but let me remind everyone that law enforcement is under no duty at all to tell us or anybody else, including the Proudfoots, anything.
Exactly.
They are not representing the Proudfoots.
They don't have to tell us shit about anything, including if people are getting threats. Because if the Proudfoots are making the threats and they say, no, we're not getting any reports of threats, they will be more confident. They're not going to come out and say, yeah, people are getting threats. We don't know who's doing it. They want it. They want to think they're in the clear.
They are representing justice, and they will do what they have to do. The fact that they're not giving us a blow by blow is their
blow by blow
business. Does it mean they're stymied? I don't know. Does it mean they know more than we think they do? I don't know the answer to that. But just because they're not releasing an ongoing investigative file is not a concern to me. At this juncture, I am collecting facts in the best way I know how. Now, regarding that route from the Proudfoot home to the retention pond, is it your understanding, Lauren Conlon, that there were no hits by scent or cadaver dogs along that route?
Correct, Nancy. It is my understanding there were no hits from the dogs.
It is very confusing. It's confusing. You know, sometimes, Lauren, when we try to put together a puzzle, but we're missing a few pieces and we don't know what piece we're missing, you can't put the puzzle together. We're missing things from this puzzle. And right now, I'm on a fact-finding mission. I am pointing the finger at no one because I want to find Sebastian. I want to go to Dr. Jory Crossan joining me. And guys, again, please, Proudfoots, Trasher, Lasky, Conlon, jump in if you have a thought or you want to contradict, because a lot of this is elusive. We don't know everything. To you, Jory Crossan, joining us, former law enforcement, now faculty, St. Leo University, very well-known psychologist and author of Operation SOS. You can find him at drjory.com. Dr. Jory, thank you for being with us. Many people have made much of the fact that when interviewed, the Proudfoots do not look at the camera, they look away, they don't cry, and they don't seem upset. Now, that may or may not mean anything. People can be very upset, crying, screaming, cursing. They may show no emotion at all. They may be numb by the time interviews are happening. I'm very different. When I talk about my fiance's murder or I talk about my dad's death,
the twins.
I still cry, even when I swear I'm not going to. But everyone reacts differently. I'm going to throw this directly to Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot. Much has been made. I'll ask you. You very often look away, don't look at who's asking you questions, show no emotion. Much has been made of that. And I'd like to hear your response. I'm not judging one way or the other. I'd like to hear your response.
To the fact of not looking at the camera all the time is because a picture of my son is sitting beside me, and I'm looking at him.
No, your script is sitting there and you're reading that.
As far as the crying thing, I have been crying off and on nonstop for a month.
Many people have asked me, why did Miss Proudfoot not call?
Hold on. I just have to say this again. Okay. Law enforcement is not going to cover for a freaking county clerk's brother who made his wife's son disappear. Okay? That defies all logic, you guys. And I'm being nice. I'm being nice, but I don't care if his sister's a clerk. That's going to be even more mud on their face, in my opinion. This isn't a small town. It's not a small town. And the good old boys is in Gallatin, not where they live now. And just because she's a damn court clerk, you think that TBI, FBI, all these people that know about this case are just going to ignore the evidence they've seen because Melissa Proudfoot may or may not be a clerk for the county that this happened in. I mean, come on. Come on. It just doesn't even make sense.
911 immediately.
Oh, he's good people. We're just going to ignore all the evidence that we have here from the TBI and the FBI and all of the digital evidence that came back. We're just going to ignore that because brother over here told me he's good people. No. Don't dumb down this investigation like that. You guys get in these holes in these YouTube lives and you think that LE is the devil. No, the devil is on the screen. If you think that everybody in law enforcement doesn't care to find out what happened to Sebastian, you are losing your marbles. You need a break.
Here is your chance to answer that.
Because by the time I realized my son was missing and I called my husband at that point, I was hysterical. I was at the point where I couldn't even form words anymore, and my husband is the one who remained calm enough to call them.
He remained.
And to be honest with you, Miss Grace, the way we live outside of city limits, so you don't call 911 because you get routed to a dispatching hub who asks what's your location, and then they route you to another dispatcher to talk to give this story. I cut all of that out and I called straight to the sheriff's department because they have jurisdiction of where we live. So sorry that I decided to bypass a few steps and go straight to the source where they responded within 10 minutes of the phone call being made.
Miss Proudfoot, that evening.
So who's the Hendersonville policeman that lives in the neighborhood? And does Chris know him? Because they were there awfully quick in 10 minutes. Wow. That's really fast. 10 minutes. And we heard in the morning that there was a Hendersonville police guy with them. Remember? And he had a white truck in the driveway. Remember there's a Hendersonville cop that lives there? I mean, he may have friends in law enforcement, but it doesn't mean that he's going to get away with this or she's going to get away with this.
Were you drinking?
No, ma'am.
Had you used any type of drug at all, even OTC, over the counter?
No, ma'am.
And you had no argument with Sebastian that night?
No, ma'am.
You stated you put the dogs away into a crate before you went to bed. Is the crate located near the exit, near a door?
No, ma'am.
Would the dogs have barked if there had been an intruder or if Sebastian had left?
The dogs don't typically bark at me and Sebastian because they're used to us. Even if we get up, we come around, they don't typically bark. Strangers, they do tend to bark, at least for a minute or two to get attention. But no, ma'am, they don't typically bark at Sebastian and myself or Christopher.
What kind of dogs are they?
Morkies.
Question, where is their crate located?
In the area near my sunroom.
Over by
in
the kitchen.
Your son's, okay, hold on. Is
No,
it
son,
outside your
son.
son's room?
No, ma'am, not
Sunroom.
Sebastian's room.
Okay.
Son, yeah.
Hold on. I've had it with this interview anyways. It's almost over. We went over the parts we wanted to do. I have a new screenshot to show you guys, though. Let me come back here. Nobody wants to be mixed up in helping these people. That's why they're always alone. No one wants to be around them. They're probably shunned out of their own neighborhood, to be honest. But we have a new post, which is going to confuse you guys all over again because, there's probably tactics and things going on behind the scenes. Can't explain it. Can't even begin to because the whole thing's weird. But this is from Seth's mom. This is just a little bit ago, not too long ago. I had a long discussion. This is Robin Rogers. I had a long discussion with the special agent in charge of the TBI today. I just want to clarify a few things and hopefully stop some of the drama. I am so sick to death of all the trauma vultures out there and conspiracy theorists. I want all of this to stop and for the focus to be where it should be, finding Sebastian. 1. TBI has interviewed both CP and KP extensively. 2. They have both been polyed and passed. Yes, Kate took more than one poly and passed. 3. It does more harm than good to keep deviling into everyone's background. So here we are on Katie's background again is a touchy point. That's what made Chris go off on Chloe. I understand the concern of whether Sebastian might be with his other maternal grandmother, but really, is this all necessary? Please, if you have credible tips, call them into LE, Sumner County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office, or 1-800-TBI-FIND. You have no idea how much your speculation has damaged my family. Yes, I am guilty too. But what am I supposed to think when Kate was the last one with him and all this negative information is being spread around? Please let LE handle this. If you want to search, hand out posters, flyers, etc., please do so. But the rest of this has to stop. Do not react to negative outbursts. You are just perpetuating the drama, and we, the Rogers family, quite frankly, can't take any more drama. Thank you for your understanding. I was a little confused when I read that. I don't really know what that means. Yeah, they're big liars. They are big liars. They can be trained to pass one. Yeah, I mean, is she being threatened too? It's crazy. Maybe she, no, you know what? I don't think she was pressured. I think we're thinking negative. Think about it. Think about it. What's her first thing? I had a long discussion with the special agent in charge of TBI today. Then she goes on to clarify. But her first sentence tells it all. Y'all, read between the lines. That didn't come from her. She had a long discussion with the special agent at TBI. It's not CP threatening her. No, look who she talked to. She didn't talk to CP. She don't care what CP thinks. She wants to find her grandson. She wants to find her grandson. It's not CP. I don't think it is. Look who she talked to. The special agent in the TBI. She talked to him and then she put this message out because she's the grandmother and they think maybe, people will listen to her. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they passed Polly's either. I think this is misinformation being put out for Chris and Katie. And I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but that's what I think. I should probably get off here now. I'm probably going to have the silver cuffs next. Just kidding. And she called her Kate. So it was kind of like an endearing reminder of like when they were married, when that was her mother-in-law. She probably called her Kate. You know what I mean? They're trying to pull on her heartstrings, on Katie's heartstrings with that. Maybe they told them they passed. They don't have to tell the truth. That's what Nancy screamed that. She was like, law enforcement isn't obligated to tell even the Proudfoots anything. They're not representing the Proudfoots. They're looking for Sebastian. Remember that. Every time you see something, law enforcement is not representing the Proudfoots. They're not representing us. They're representing finding Sebastian. Everything put out is put out for a reason, and it has nothing to do with us, in my opinion. So that's just how I feel. I feel like, yeah, it's her. Bobby? I don't remember. Carter? I don't know. My brain's mush. I'm out of here, guys. Peace. It's been a successful FriJAY. We gave away some mugs and tank tops. That ain't rude. I gave back today. I love you guys. Happy Friday. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to have Julia live on panel. Get your questions ready for the canine handler. We're going to be watching some canine handler video, some of the Watts video. Yeah, I mean, who knows? It could be fake. Who knows, y'all? All we can go with is what we know, and their words are better than anything we could have. 85 more likes, guys. Let's get them up. Let's run those credits. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We look for that event. Make sure you're subscribed with all notifications. I'll get that event up tonight. Bye. sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs.
Snacks because, you know, he's 15 and snacks.
One Jennifer or two Jennifers?
Well, thanks so much, Jennifer.
Everybody does that. It's okay.
Bye, Jennifer.